Alright, hello, it is Isaiah and Ethan for the Season 2 Director's Commentary of Halo Butt Buddies.
Hello.
Yeah, if you're starting now, this is gonna be a long one, like two, is it 2.5? It's over 2.5 hours at least, because Season 1.
It might push 3.
Yeah, oh yeah, because Dark Knight is an actual hour.
Dark Knight's an hour, yeah.
Alright, so here we go with the Season 2 opening, which I don't think, it wasn't written in the script. I can't remember if it was written in the script or not, but it was just kind of something I thought of and was just like, I don't know how to explain what I'm going to do, but so I'm just going to do it. No, it was in the script because I had that guy. I had these lines. But it was just something I didn't know how I was going to direct and how I was going to make until I just kind of did it. And it was fun.
Yeah, well, I think this came about, you and I, pretty soon to when this started, or at least the recording process started. This is pretty close to when Baby Driver came out. And so the idea of syncing action to music was really cool at the time, and I think you had also just saw La La Land near that time, so you're really into this song. So it was an idea to be like, can we find a song as an intro that we can sync to music?
Perfect timing. I just finished.
Yeah, and it's also, I remember you said you liked the idea that well, there's gonna be a line in a second, but you like the idea where they weren't playing with each other for in between. And then this is them meeting up, and I also like that idea. It's just a lot of fun, this episode, especially this opening.
Hi, everyone. Greetings.
It's a solid episode. It's I guess this probably fits around, because I feel like this season had a bit more action in it, and this fits a bit more with the just dialogue-heavy episodes of the season.
It was. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. This episode has almost no movement. I don't know if they stay on one map in any other episode, other than maybe Slut Buddies. Which, no, they don't stay
I think,
on one map.
besides the intro, it's just, besides the intro, it's all just this.
Yeah. And here's the new opening, all colored in its glory. And this time, it was such a hassle.
Season 1, no color.
Yeah. I upped the fucking color to the max. Like, I was also, if you look at the plaza map, I think it is, it's actually green, but I made it not green, which I found really cool. But something I did different with this opening was I got rid of having people come in the background and changing it. Well, I changed that for just making a new intro almost every episode, which was a lot of work. But I stopped having people in the background because getting all those people was just a huge pain.
I think, and the main focus being, the Butt Buddies.
Yeah. Oh, I fucking love this. And this is a really meta episode too, because when they say game, if you replace the word game with episode, it's like, how are you gonna make this, like, it's meta because, like, we can't have all 6 of them in every episode. That would be absurd. And so they say, why don't we have an episode? Why would we have an episode without me? And then it's meta, and I love it.
This whole season's very meta. This is the most clever it's probably done. Later, it's just like, we're just gonna break the fourth wall and not give a fuck about it.
Stupid kid and my own girlfriend don't want to play with me.
Yeah, God, man, I really like this. I can't think of really what to talk. It's just dialogue. There's this is the first episode we changed John to white. Yeah, he was red before. Ah, man, it's been so long I forgot he was red.
I think this is the first episode that those changes are applied, which are from the Christmas special.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I believe it's also the first time with the John nicknames. I don't think I did that in season 1.
I don't remember. I don't know if Frank even interacts with John really, and other than the episode where he kills him. I don't remember. I don't know. The names might be right. I'm just trying to remember them interacting. Man, that's 2 years.
He was
ago.
in that,
Jesus.
Campers, and the finale, I believe. I think those are the times where Frank was around for interacting.
Yeah, and then John is literally just written out of those episodes. Like Camper specifically,
Yeah.
it's just like, I don't know how to make him funny. Just write him out. And then, yeah, wow, yeah. So that's new. This is the last episode you see Dante in the shitty Gen 1 armor. I made John white because red was supposed to be, I guess, the tryhard color, but I also, when you press select in the game lobby, I like the fact that they were all colors, different colors, and then there were 2 reds, so I was just like, I'm just gonna change his color. He looks way better in white anyway.
Yeah. Also, we have. I like that we kind of stopped following the rules of they're in a game, so they got to be on the same team type thing. So the color
Yeah.
schemes are just like stick to their colors. Who cares?
Do they mention that? Is there a fourth wall breaking joke where they're like, we're on the same team, but we're different colors? I swear there should be.
Not
But
yet.
yeah, it might have just been in my head. But that will definitely be that joke will probably happen in season 3 because I like them staying as their colors. It always annoyed me. I'd change them for episodes. It was because I didn't know you could have the flag or the bomb without the colors. But there's a Forge object that's just a flag that I found out later. And everyone being mean to Noob, really.
We talk it out like adults and decide a civil way to choose.
Nope. Everyone is going to
I just
prove their worth.
and then so I got a lot of people thinking this was from Red vs. Blue because then I think it's Red vs. Blue season 12. There's an episode where the Reds and Blues basically get in front of everybody and pitch why they should be team leader. I didn't come up with that idea. That was Ethan's idea, and Ethan doesn't watch Red vs. Blue, so that's like my if he comes up with the idea and I know it's similar to Red vs. Blue, I still go with it because I know it wasn't purposely like Red vs. Blue. Because I do not try to do that on purpose ever.
You mean in-game talents? Yeah, no, I have none of those.
Wait, so what were you talking about there?
The ending of Slut Buddies. It is the ending of Slut Buddies is the exact same as the ending of the first Fiona and Cake thing as Adventure Time. Because it's like even to the point where the characters look at the camera and then say, "I love Frank." They do that in Adventure Time, and I was like, you know, I think I literally said, "Do you watch Adventure Time?" It was like, it was crazy.
Why don't you ever invite them to join us?
Maybe it's because I don't want them to deal with your.
Yeah, and then they just pitched. There's not really much to talk about. It's just all dialogue.
Shit, they're girls, aren't they? Gamer tags, give them.
Now, this
to
is an
me
important
now.
moment. Frank knows Jessica has friends
First
there.
reference.
Yeah.
School allows us to win every game with ease.
A lot of people like this
So
line.
you're
I
saying
also
if
like
we
this.
play,
Just
we're basically just on easy.
John instantly wins.
Isn't that kind
Oh,
of boring?
That's a really good point.
uh,
Is there a reason to play if we know what we
yeah,
Wow.
I can take care of that. Just keep going.
Maybe we should play with John less.
yeah. And then this moment's just really cool where they're just oh, and this is my favorite one where it's like I like pauses like that where it's just
No.
yeah,
Okay,
that's perfect.
After tallying everyone's votes,
I'm all over the place, but there's not a lot to say about this episode. I think we'll have more to say about Detective Frank. I really like that moment where they're
Yeah.
just like, yeah, we all just voted for ourselves.
What are we going to do?
I think we should go back to arguing. That seemed to work really well for us.
No, it
And then
didn't.
this
We
exchange
didn't
is
get anywhere.
awesome.
Yes, we did.
Is it? Yes, we did.
I do like this line. I enjoy that.
It'll make things.
I enjoy that a lot. That might be my favorite line of the episode.
If it gets us in a game, I'll suggest whatever.
Jessica has a good point, and I
Yeah, and then
totally
they just,
accept being leader.
Yeah.
I like Frank. Dante's just bossy. It's like this is also a season where I guess people kind of let Dante do what he wanted in season 1, but now everyone's just like, yeah, you're loud and you're really bossy, but no one really listens to you.
How would we draw straws, Harold?
Which calmed him down. I like the transition that he still is angry, but he's much more just like he just kind of deals with it now.
Start now.
Yeah,
Even though they weren't playing together and that whole time off, it implies that he's gotten tired of them somehow.
Fair to say I missed this?
Yes.
and then
Yeah, what do you want?
fun fact, I think this is in Halo 3. Halo 3 has social and rank playlists. Oh wait, we didn't even go over the biggest thing, which is people were confused as to why they didn't just play Big Team Battle.
Good job, Noob.
Why would they play Big Team Battle when they have enough to fill the team?
Searching for a game now.
And the whole problem was
Yeah.
in season 1 was they kept getting weirdos on their team. Like that was the whole thing in season 1. That's the point of the episode, just to make that clear. Because that was like so many comments, and I just kept saying, why would they do that?
Again, my friend.
It's just maybe they didn't want to play Big Team Battle. Whatever, I don't care. It's over, and yeah, that's episode 1.
It was late.
All right, here we are with episode 2.
It had been a long day, and someone I knew.
Which I believe this is the first episode that I wrote in this season.
It is. It was originally also episode 3, but I had this one done for a while, and then I think we were still writing Forge, which is why Forge was supposed to be episode 2. But
Yeah, Forge is not done yet, and so we moved it so we could fit the schedule.
yeah. I mean, this is all me. I did this myself, but I found this map, then I forged it to be Frank's office, and then I added flies and like a dead body and garbage to show he's, I guess, dirty. and then I had to do the sound effects for all those. Dumbest thing I've ever done. Don't know why I did that. It was just, I genuinely like.
I can't even notice.
I did the water drips and everything. It's ridiculous.
I can hear the water. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy how much work I put into that. And then I used season 1 opening images because I didn't want to be bothered to have to go to every map and get an image. I didn't feel like doing that.
Frank.
Yeah.
This is all.
I really enjoyed this intro. This was, I was like, I wrote a theme song, and he's like, do you want to do the theme song? I was like, yeah. So I sent him an acapella version of this, and then I was like, I can find some royalty-free songs and try adding it. So if you've seen the bloopers, you've heard all of the different types. But yeah, I went through a few different things for this.
I was really proud of that the thumbnail thing. I really like the Frank the Detective logo.
Yeah, I like that. I like the running shot of him. I think that looks really cool. It's pretty simple, but I don't know. I just really like the way the camera moving.
A lot of those shots were simple. Other than like him walking back and forth, I genuinely had no ideas. I had him peeking, and then I was like, I don't know what to fill the other seconds with. I'll just have it panning slowly up while he's looking out the window. I couldn't. But I'm proud of it. I like it. I still don't know what else I could have done.
Yeah.
And then it's in black and white for just fun, classic noir detective stuff. Harold. And then there's also
was this episode liked? Was this one of the? Yeah, I feel like it wasn't disliked.
I don't think there's no episodes.
I think
other
like
than
this is like
sitcom,
the
nobody dislikes an episode.
Yeah, that's true. This was the one lull of the season though until we got to later, because like I think it was like everything else hit pretty high views and this one stayed pretty low. And now at this point, it's still like lower compared to the other popular ones, but it's higher than like the later episodes where the views started dropping off a bit.
Please do not interrupt me when
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. It's on the lower end, but it's not like sitcom. MLG Clans kind of got up there, but
What are you doing there?
yeah, this is it's in the middle actually, because Noob has 12K, this has sitcom 11, MLG 13. So yeah, it did pretty good.
Yeah, I like. I also I like the idea that he just has no clue who Sherlock Holmes is, but I think this is the kind of start, and what I really like with season 2 a lot is this is a Frank and Harold centric episode, which I really like that dynamic of the big thing in season 2 is either large groups or changing up the dynamic of who's with who. And so there's episodes where it's Dante and Harold. Harold's like the biggest point of this.
I really like Harold because Harold is, I don't know, it just felt like we didn't do a Dante.
I think Harold works
like
with everyone.
Harold just works as a character. He feeds off of everyone. He can be a straight man. He can be what's the not straight man called? The silly man? I don't know.
Gay.
He can be silly. Harold just works with everybody.
Yeah, I think, and that's where he works really well, because it's interesting. Cause I don't think it makes other characters also change. When Harold gets to go not straight man and be the kind of comedic point of it, it's interesting to watch. It's interesting to watch Frank become more of the straight man, even though he's not. But like sometimes he plays off Harold when he's being ridiculous or other types of things, where I think I like the dynamic change that can happen from these episodes.
Yeah, something that's also Jake and Amir is a thing. A character, like when you write your character into a corner where they can only play the straight man and another character can only play the silly one, I feel like that's not good. Because it's like, if you write them in a corner, it really limits the dynamics you can have. Like, even in some situations, you can make Dante not the straight man. I don't know if I've done it yet. I haven't done it as extreme as you can, but you can have it in like what's it, in the Noob episode, he's not really the straight man, he's kind of obsessed with this guy, and then
Jesus goddamn Christ,
this is just weird. This is such a weird scene.
I mean, we've never talked about where we live, and trust me, if I knew where Jessica lived,
but yeah, I think your character should always be three-dimensional.
I'll make a deal with you, Jessica. We'll keep your little secret.
And then
yeah.
What was the other thing? Oh yeah, I use only ODST music. For most of this season, I tried to use either 8-bit music or video game music.
See,
it was
I'm an
like
extremely attractive
I like the
guy
idea that Halo
that
Butt Buddies is a
knows
very
that
video
everyone
game
thinks I'm
centric
weak.
show. Like
If I end up
there's no
having a
animation or
smoking hot
anything.
babe, too,
It's
they'll
we do
know
some
I just
special
keep
effects
showing up.
obviously, but it's for the most part all in game, all game music in 8-bit and classic stuff
But
like
when you tell
that.
people we're dating, they'll think that we're having sex, and that is all
Yeah.
that I've ever
Which, to be
wanted.
fair,
Also
it
news.
has to be with the point of it. It would not make a lot of sense to throw animation into this or anything.
Not that I could even do animation. That shit's expensive.
Right.
No, yeah, I forgot. Well, you're free to
Yeah,
go then.
and that's it. That's Jessica's appearance, and then yeah. Oh, another thing is just trying to have more appearances of Jessica, John, and Noob throughout the season.
Did you just try to?
Just
I think
having them in it more.
I don't think this has been talked about, but I believe that we have a pretty even amount. I think I haven't thought about it recently, and I think I did the math on this when it was more like we hadn't finished writing yet, but I think it's pretty even between John and Jessica of how many episodes they're in. They're either in a lot together or they have their own episode where they're their main point, but like I think we have them in almost every episode or have one of them in almost every episode, but it's not like Jessica's getting more time than John or John is getting more. They're both in a pretty equal amount. Noob is definitely lower, but those two kind of enter into the main cast a little bit more.
When you're a detective, Harold,
Yeah, and then there's
you just
the other thing is
suspect
everyone
all
got their
possible
own episode.
suspects.
I mean, you could argue John's episode isn't 100% about John as it is with Noob and Jessica, but that's about as much as we could do with that character. So yeah,
Yeah.
you know, had a lot of fun with the other three.
Normally,
Well, we'll see what they're like in season 3. I might. It'd be
I
pretty
think
cool to
everybody
have
gets
some
their own
but-
episode this season. Like, this is definitely more of a Frank episode. I think you can make the argument that Harold episode would be like,
Is it me?
would be more towards the Forge is definitely, he's definitely the main, I think, focus of it, but it's Forge,
Oh,
or,
Infection?
but that's still like a Harold Frank type thing. Infection definitely, I think, fits a bit more, and that's Dante and Harold, but Harold is definitely, I think, the main point, because that's the interesting of Harold's no longer the straight man in that episode.
Together next.
God, that's so lame.
John, we need to ask you
And
some
then,
questions.
there's
I will answer
good
them
old
to the best of
John.
my ability.
You shut your cock-sucking lips.
I had this joke in mind, I think, first, of doing good cop, bad cop, and them just being very confused by it.
Oh, right. John, are you having a nice day?
Actually,
I don't want to hear
Yeah,
about
and then
your goddamn
Harold's
shit eater.
I am very
that's all Chronicler, by the way. When he does those stutters, I usually I do not write it to be like that, but he always does it like that, and then that's just been a constant with his character. I know he's done it at least 2 other times.
I am going to slit your fucking throat and bathe in
I
the
think it's
blood
fine to
for
keep,
producing that.
stutters in or something. I think
I like it.
Bo
yeah.
Burnham's 8th grade did that, where a lot of the dialogue is supposed to be real dialogue, so the actors, if they misspeak or something, they don't cut it and keep it going. They try to show, like, this is how real life is. We don't want you to think an 8th grader's wrote by a screenwriter. So I don't mind having those sometimes to make it feel a bit more natural to how people would be talking.
This isn't about Dante anymore. This
And here's the running joke of this season. John is a kid diddler.
Yeah.
and the world is going to know everything you've
I'm
ever
trying to remember
Just
what
a
the-
weird
oh,
thing.
Man, this is getting good.
Yeah, because there's like I don't like to run a joke into the ground, which is like one thing I don't like Red vs. Blue does is it never stops with like the "Are we here?" joke. So season 1's running joke was baby penis. Like they say that at least 3 times. I know the episode. It's the whale guy episode, and then what's the other episode?
So confused.
It's
no,
definitely in
Gripball.
This help with
I feel like it might be said one more time, but
I just really hate this guy.
let's that's that. So
It was
this,
in the Christmas special.
yeah
That
Christmas
wasn't.
special.
That was yeah.
That counts. That's I consider that the season 1 saga, I guess.
I mean, it
So, yeah,
counts, I guess, in the same way Infection counts. So yeah.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
So when
I'm always
so when we did this, I didn't want that joke, but then this one's running joke was the kid diddler thing.
Season 2 has a lot of running jokes, changing
does.
the I don't know if it's a joke, but a theme of changing the intro, the fourth wall break, meta humor type stuff. Yeah, the kid diddler stuff, which just comes full circle with pedophiles at the end of the season.
Yes. And then I literally got a comment that said Dante doesn't really do any action scenes. It'd be cool to see him kill some people. So I did this really quick. It's not my best work. I mean, my best work is when Razzle Dazzle does it for me. But
I think
I'm proud of it.
it's interesting to watch how this is how it started and then how much it is. You can literally see how much it improves by season, and I still think the early episodes of the season are really good. But like when you watch something like Darknet, that's just the peak of everything so far.
Again, isn't he? I thought I told you to stop that.
When did you say that?
In the message I sent you earlier today.
I remember we were confused
also-
about this. I wrote a lot of different things with the message thing that was going to come into play, and you got confused by it, so we changed it.
I refuse to support this stupid detective thing.
Yeah, it was because I had to make it work where it was like it's hinted that he scrolls through it because he gets bored. So it's like it had to be. He says this, but it also has to be. He says it, but he also doesn't say it. It's awkward. But yeah, I like the idea that the universe, moves on, and he's been doing this detective thing for a while.
Yeah, just Frank and Harold kind of going into a detective business on their own.
Why were you playing without us, Dante?
I like to appear offline.
And
so
then
you guys
what's the
don't
other
spam
thing?
me and I
This is
can
another
play
example.
along.
This is
I told
example
Johnson
when
that we could
I
play
think
doubles.
maybe the first time when Harold just gets super into the game, which is a part of his character, like
No,
this
that's not at all what I'm saying.
infection.
Yes, you are.
Not
I did it.
Darknet.
Frank
I
was
guess you could
after
say.
I guess
um,
Trial of the Century isn't really part of the
Trial-
game, but he's
yeah.
getting very into, yeah.
Later, Detective Frank away.
I hate him so much.
All right, so now we're on to episode 2, which is
It is
Forge.
truly a masterpiece.
Episode 3.
I have outdone myself yet again.
3. It was originally episode 2.
Awesome.
Yes.
Christ, Frank, can we
And then we have this is for the record, I don't forge anything that is used in this series. That was probably just some preset I found online. The Titan.
no experience, it's just nothing.
Yeah. This is I believe this is I don't know, like my third favorite episode.
Oh, really? What
I
are
like
your
this
first two?
episode a lot.
You'd have tons of fun. So what
I mean, I feel like Darknet has to be up there as the favorite, but Twitch streamers number 2, so I guess my favorite normal episode. But I liked Forge a lot. I think everything works the best in Forge. It's one of my, it's funny. I like Harold's moment towards the end is one of my favorite, which I guess we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah, I don't even know what my favorites are. That's hard. I do like this one though. I think honestly, if I was gonna pick a favorite episode that you wrote, I don't know. Community Manager comes to mind
have a lot of fun in here?
because this was
Really?
I'm pretty sure this was mostly your script, right?
To have other people make maps.
Yeah, because you had
Beginning
a lot
was
of the early
mainly
ones.
me, and then it kind of swapped. Yeah, I had Frank the Detective, this Community Manager, and then you got the first one in Prop Hunt. And then towards the middle, we kind of started doing more scripts of like combinations. Because I feel like we had like the 3 episodes in a row being Day in the Life of Noob, Twitch Streamer, and Slub Buddies are kind of midway between the both of us.
And then there's another fourth wall break. They're not clever at all, but I like them. They're just there.
That one I think works though, because that's like I feel like we had jokes like that that was the season finale is referring to playing the game as a season because they do kind of run in like competitive seasons.
God, that was so long ago. That's when I used to play Halo 5. Fuck. Oh man, this episode is so old. Like this episode is 2017.
I don't know.
2017.
This is
Oh
the
my
best way to
god.
get them to like Forge.
I have never
I've gone
So
nowhere
much has
in life.
changed.
anything in my life. Now,
I've gone through puberty since then. It's been
Yes,
great.
I had some questions about.
I just invited them.
This is
They should be here soon. Just get in position.
this was in our trailer, and people had like theories about what they were doing, and they were all wrong because no one could suspect they were going to be real estate agents trying to pitch Forge.
We can hear you giggling. Hurry up and come out.
Well,
Now this is
hello,
the
how are you today?
this is my idea for gay real estate agents being. It's a mix of like kind of what they did in It's Always Sunny with Hugh Honey and Vic Vinegar, but also just the Property Brothers who are brothers who sell stuff, but I'm pretty sure they're gay.
Yes, of course I mean the voice. Why aren't you doing it?
It just seems
This is
incredibly offensive. for-
Chronicler's
I told you it's
Chronicler's
not
fucking
offensive.
gay
Literally
voice.
every real
Oh my
estate
god.
agent talks
I like it because he sounds like a like a royalty. That's the way he sounds to me. Just a nice gay queen.
People you consider friends.
I know.
I thought I told you.
Oh, and this is
I'm not
This is episode
trying to,
3.
Frank.
Oh, this
I
is the
just
first episode where you get a good look at Dante's armor that I changed because I was just tired of Gen 1. I did it originally because everyone had it, and then when we got to the point where I had regular body actors who had most of the armor, I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna change it because it looks way better like this. Like the armor looks bad in last season.
Well, all male real estate agents kind of put off this.
And then this is another place I did not forge because I do not know how to forge.
I'm really not.
Harold, do the goddamn voice.
Oh, sorry. I'm really not.
I haven't seen this episode in a long time.
I am so sorry for making you wait. We can start the tour now. Follow me.
This is one of the few times I think in the season that
And
the
this is the top
characters change their armor.
And when I was making it,
Yeah, we kept
I think
the
we talked
colors
about that
stayed
last
pretty
episode.
consistent.
that I did.
Impressive. This
Yeah.
And then I immediately changed it. I think it changes back in the same game. I think Harold is green in a second here after Frank leaves.
Isn't it so
And this
cute
is
when you try to butt in the conversation
going more
with
into
us?
Frank's
Harold,
insecurities.
when we're talking about me, shut up.
Yeah.
Now, what were those nice things you were saying about me, Dante?
Give him one thing and then take it away.
Fine, but I'm not stopping next time.
He's
And then that was one of my favorite ones where
Really don't think the voice was
because he does all the voices. You do all the voices this season, so he says I can fine, but I won't stop it next time. And originally, again, this was supposed to be episode 2. He doesn't really do a voice in episode in
I can so
Frank the Detective, but it was supposed to be like a nod to that. Because I don't. Have we wrote Community Manager yet?
right next to me just begging for
Maybe.
sex.
I think maybe there's an idea, but I don't know if it was up next.
Yeah, I
There's
don't
a
think so.
decent bit of voices I do this this season.
Used to you saying nice things about me.
Don't. It won't happen again.
I'm really surprised to see you into something that isn't a gross new porn.
Hey, fidget spinner porn.
Oh, also, this is something that was always consistent with their characters. Like I have character sheets where I wrote.
Well, when you really think
I think it was Dante doesn't like art. Dante's not even a fan of art. Harold is, he can get into it, but Frank is genuinely into arty stuff.
Ruin the tiny bit of respect I almost
Yeah.
had for you.
I also think the fidget spinner line was something that people in the comments liked a lot, which I believe is partially improv. I think you had fidget spinner porn, and then I did the trendy and unique.
it is then. I will see you ladies later.
Cause yeah, I probably saw something absurd online. I was like, oh my god, that's a
Well,
thing.
I guess it's up to me to finish showing off the house.
What? Obviously, we're going to play something else.
Yeah.
I do enjoy that Harold's just like, I need to finish this tour.
Make you like Forge, and gosh darn
And
it,
he
I
just
like
doesn't even
Forge.
care. He's just like, yeah, no, we're not. I'm gonna go do something else.
And this is what I made. Look,
Yeah.
you can even get into the car.
All right, fun fact about this. I did a coloring thing for this episode, and the audio layered.
Now,
Of course.
So this audio isn't as good as it should be, and nobody told me, and I didn't notice. So it got released. It's
It
hard
sounds
to.
louder,
Yeah,
but I
it's.
don't know about.
It's
That's
au-
really it.
it's the audio is on top of the audio, so it's like I was just like it's louder than it should. It's not consistent. I do a lot of work to make sure all the audio is consistent in the whole thing. So when I got to this, I was like, why is this bit so loud? I was understandably extremely pissed.
After this, we're playing Slayer.
okay, the first thing you do is turn into the cute little robot.
I kind of wish I could have did this. I like the way this turned out, but I wish I think I wanted to add like a magical girl transformation sound effect, but I can't remember why I didn't get it.
Prepared?
Like an anime.
Oh no, I did do it. Never mind.
Aw, Dante, you messed
Oh
me
yeah,
up.
there we go.
Start
Yeah.
over.
I
See,
didn't
it has been a
remember that I
while
actually
since you
did it.
watched it.
Just down on the D-pad, Harold.
Oh, that's way easier.
All right, and this is something I was disappointed I couldn't do was I couldn't turn it green, which I fixed in Darknet.
Sorry, guys.
I was really sad I couldn't get it green, but it was just kind of like this is gonna take really long if I do. And then this is also when I didn't realize this early on how fucking long it takes to make episodes when they're 3 times longer. Because Halo Butt Buddy season 1 was like bi-weekly. I don't know if you remember. It was relatively quick, right? I think it took me longer than I thought it would. But still
It had
not
a few
super
moments where it took longer, especially towards the ending. But yeah, it was pretty close to bi-weekly at least.
long. Yeah, but so for this, I was just kind of like, oh man, I didn't think it would take me a literal month for each episode, and then 6 months for the season finale. It was. And then I was just like, I think after this episode, I was just like, yeah, no, I'm not going to try for weekly because these came out pretty close together because I finished episode 2 first, then episode 1, then this one. And these were all done around the same time.
No, none of these are right.
And it's just, I was just like, I'm done.
Frank, what are you doing here?
Art, Dante.
I mean, we have an added scene in Twitch streamer that's gonna have the Forger, but I was always kind of disappointed we didn't have a Forger in this episode. But I also kind of like it being just them. Like we have enough characters where they don't need to meet someone, and it's nice to mix it up.
We all do, Jessica.
It needs to look extremely soft yet still firm. It's not an easy task, but I'm determined to
I
get
hate
it done.
him.
Listen,
I like
Harold is
Jessica.
depressed and we need you to cheer him up.
Yeah, no.
Why not?
I'm busy. If you want me to go,
Yeah. Well, you said she's your, what is she, your
She's
favorite?
really like I really because there's a thing characters do, and it's a dumb little nitpick, but I hate it when characters are like, I hate this, I don't want to do this, but they do it, and Dante is that character. I like that Jessica will literally, we have a moment in a miniseries, she will literally just leave. She will literally be like, I'm not doing this, and just go. And I really like that about her character.
Harold can't be left alone with Forge. I let him make that garage, but with strict supervision. If he's alone, who knows what
This is
alone.
the dumbest shit. Oh man, this season is so dumb. I love it.
Silence!
This is also one of my favorite moments. This is a,
Bow before
I don't
me
know.
because you are all my creations.
that he just gets an ego
In
now.
solitude I have become
This is so hard to film too because the Forge ball lags, and it was like having him float down took forever because he floats down and then he'd go right back up without the body actor doing it.
Yeah.
This is also this is Death Note music.
I appreciate you introducing
It's
me
so
to Forge,
stupid.
my friend. Thanks to you, I have become more powerful than I
The only thing I
could
wish could be
imagine.
done, which I just don't think would be, maybe now it could have been done after seeing what was done with Dark Knight, but I wanted to like slowly watch a storm start to brew. Like the sky darkens and then he shows up.
That is
I
absolutely a
don't know
razzle
how
dazzle
easy.
thing. I have no idea how I would do that. That would be pretty cool.
I don't think he was doing as much at the time to help with that, so
No, I don't even remember when.
like I really like the way it looks. I just wish it like built to it. Same with like
Aw,
I don't know.
please.
Here, I don't know how you would have made that not do that though. So I don't know.
Yay!
Yeah, see, even all those shots of Harold and the Forge Ball approaching Dante, I had more shots planned. But if he went forward, he would always go backwards. So I had to do like minimum movement, and it was kind of lame that the game doesn't work the way I want it to.
Frank, I had to practice and try
Yeah.
my best, and then I made this.
It's unbelievable.
I'm glad.
I
you
like
guys
that they're
like it.
impressed,
Do you
and that
think
just
you'll wanna
looks
start playing
ridiculous.
with
It's
I don't even remember how I found this. I think I was literally just like, what's. I think I wanted the giant head, but I couldn't find it or something because there's like a game.
It's amazing, but
I don't
picked
even
Forge
know.
So people would compliment me. There's no point if you get the spotlight.
Are you crying?
No,
Oh my god, I
just
love
got
this.
hot sauce
Great
in
great
the hand.
punchline.
I'm leaving.
And then just a solid end to an episode.
That was weird.
Is he ever not
Yeah.
weird?
Did he say
Did he say again? Fucking love that.
another successful game, boys?
All right, community manager.
I sat in the
It's
corner the whole
it's. I think let me think about the poll. I think the poll said
Into some wacky situation.
like
Well, I
10% watched House of Cards. So a lot of these references went right over people's heads. But this is what was it? This is you had already watched House of Cards. I was watching through House of Cards, thinking it was the greatest show ever before the final season came out and all the Kevin Spacey
Right.
stuff was released.
For a new community manager.
it's still a great show. It's just,
It's still a
you
great
know,
show,
it-
but I meant the last
real
season
bad
mostly.
ending.
Yeah, didn't even bother watching it. But
You
it's
don't need to.
Apparently, he choked on one of the toys in a Halo.
yeah,
game.
this is a good episode. I remember I wrote this opening.
moment of silence
Oop,
for the board
ignore that. I wrote this opening, and then I'm pretty sure you handled the rest.
Good fit for the job.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I looked it up. I
and
looked
that
at
was
it.
just.
I don't like where this is going.
Go ahead.
honestly think
I
you make a good
I just find it interesting that you can see some of the influences, which I guess in the next episode that will also be discussed, of just like you were on an Edgar Wright kick, so you can see that in some of it, and then the same as like we were watching House of Cards, and you can just see exactly what was just like, here's what we were doing when we were making this.
Yeah.
Considering running.
considering.
Oh, so it was 88% have not watched House of Cards. 11% did. So
It went
a
up.
lot of jokes. I remember JT. I think I'm sure they like the show. I think they specifically messaged me and were like, "We really like this one."
I thought it was Pat fan that said he really liked it.
It was. Yes, good. Yeah, it was him.
Hey, Dante.
And then I remember in the scripting stage, it was an idea that people would acknowledge he is talking, but then I thought that would be doing the joke again because they do that in Frank the Detective. So
Yeah.
I like going with no one acknowledges he's doing this. He's just talking. Like I remember one comment was like, "Is Frank Deadpool now?" And I was just like, "No, it's House of Cards."
There's one joke that I'm mad I didn't do. There's a joke in House of Cards. Zoe, the reporter, works for a news organization called The Herald, and I'm really upset I did not write Herald as a character in that. That was really upsetting. That I like thought about it after the episode was done.
Couple things about the opening. That's the first time we did. Oh no, we did Frank the Detective, but that's the second in a trend of doing the openings. I regret putting everyone's actual names. I kind of wish I put the characters' names, and I may change that for the director's cut. I know it's something small, but I kind of like the idea of it being the characters' names instead.
Yeah. Well, in this parody show of whatever they're doing, this is the characters playing the characters.
Yeah. So I may change that. And then I don't know. I didn't put House of Butts just because I liked that. Because in Infection 2 it just says Halo Butt Buddies, and I like that it does that. So I just kind of wanted to keep that consistent. It probably should have been House of Butts though.
House of Butts is also one of the weakest terms of wordplay. Legitimately, it's just not clever at all.
This is actually the Frank the Detective map. I couldn't find another office map for Dante to be in. And there were supposed to be people walking around at computers and stuff. I couldn't get the people. It's one of the things that sucks about body acting is you need so many people to get stuff done, and it's just so boring.
Yeah.
This joke will be cut. This joke did not work. That was an improv by Chronicler, and that's an example of writing a joke instead of letting the characters make the jokes, and it's not good, and it will be cut.
Well,
I don't blame
improv
Chronicler.
by
I blame
him
me
and then
from keeping it
improv
in.
by me following it, because you were
Yeah.
like, he said this, do you have anything for that? And I pitched a joke for it, and then we were like, yeah, let's put that in.
And it's no one's fault. It's like, as the one editing, I should have said, this doesn't fit. There's no real punchline here.
Part of it's also
Frank's
like
racist.
this is 2 years later. Like, this is also
true.
It's just one of those things too. It's easier to look back on that. I don't know if that's one of the only few things you look back on to go, I wish I changed that, or like really wish I didn't put that in. That's not too bad.
Yeah, I agree. There's very little thing. I mean, there's some things I would change just in terms of pacing. Like, I think this episode's the pacing could be a little better. I like all the big moments, but like them in the office is just kind of weird. It
was just shoving a whole lot in with not enough time. But then if you did too much, you can't make this episode. This was the longest episode for a while, and because you just needed it to be. But then like you keep making the episode longer for a parody episode for a show that most of the audience doesn't even watch. You're kind of wasting your time. I do enjoy that there's just one guy. Like everyone else is kind of, and there's just one guy. Frank.
Yeah, those are my voice actors. The weird intensifies. That's Tatsumari with amazing vocals.
It is a good scream.
I just hate that I'm just sitting here laughing at my own thing, but I really like it. It's so good. It's so dumb. And then this is Dante trying to be nice, but I didn't really know how to write it. But I always, in my head, I always liked the idea that he had, what's that mental thing where you don't know how to not say stuff.
That's good. What's your name?
What is it? Is it?
Well, Sean, I would like
It's not like Asperger's or something. What?
Well,
Yeah.
Asperger's is a lack of emotions. Like that's sort of like you can't relate to people and emotions are involved. It's the same with like something like autism. Like Asperger's and autism are kind of like you're socially awkward, but Asperger's focuses more on the emotional part.
Yeah, it's not that one then. It's some mental disease where he literally couldn't. He couldn't be like cool. He couldn't be honest and whatever. It didn't work great. Oh, also it's very on purpose that both Frank and Dante's pitches are terrible. Like Dante is literally saying segregation in a way. Not like on racial terms, but on skill terms. And here's the appearance of a pedo Joe.
That's more of a class system almost thing. More
Yeah,
than a race
yeah.
thing. It's like
all of the children running around the servers.
I don't even remember why I wanted I think it was just we wrote this and then we were writing Darknet and I was just like, bring that pedo Joe guy back.
yeah. We're gonna have a bunch of pedophiles. We might as well have him be in it somehow.
Yeah, I wanted this. I think this is definitely going to be a season 3 thing, but I wanted it to be more of a well-rounded universe. Like, I wanted characters to return. Roleplay will be out here. Will be out by now. Oh, but not for the patrons. Whatever. In Roleplay, we have the Return of the Night from Twitch streamer from Recall, and that was supposed to be a main episode. And I wanted that kind of thing where some characters returned and you see people again, but it just didn't work. And I think season 3 will be more of that. Like with Barthol.
Yeah, and some of the stuff is just also like, I think season 2 makes it easier. Season 1 makes it like, I think we got a lot of big voice actors for season 1, which is just one of those things where it's hard to get them to come back. Like whenever you get a big cameo, it's like cool, but they're also probably not going to want to keep coming back to do this. Whereas like some of the stuff for season 2, it wasn't like who's the biggest name we can get. It's just like who did the voice best, who's a voice actor, and it's easier to get them to come back. Also, a lot of people thought that this had to do with Trump. A lot of people were under the impression that this was some sort of, which Real House of Cards tried to do that, but not us. We tried our best to not talk about actual Trump because those jokes aren't funny.
They're not. And there was a moment where I was like, for the thing, I wanted Frank to be orange and to be Trump, but then I was just like, nah, let's not do that.
Don't do this, Frank.
That was in my head for a while. I like the idea of him turning orange. I think that's the biggest part of the joke that I like. Just Frank being orange.
I thought this scene was done really well. Which is, if you don't watch House of Cards, this is like the biggest scene in the show.
Don't get it. But if you do, you're like, nice. Remember McGuel? I don't know if you remember this, but McGuel hadn't watched House of Cards. I think he had started.
He binge watched
and we told
him
him
for this
to
episode.
wait. Yeah,
to at least get 2 seasons in, because he needed to at least watch the first episode of season 2.
I can respawn, Frank. Why would you do that?
Well, you were getting really annoying.
So you threw me in front of a train?
I was running out of options.
That was really
This
mean.
is so stupid.
Why is being community manager so important to you?
Because if I become community manager...
And then all the comments were like, I see there will be a Bud Buddy season 3. First of all, I wouldn't just end a show. Second of all, I would make a joke and then just end the series. It's like,
well, so that was solely the joke on House of Cards. Like that joke is literally like by season 3 he becomes president, so that's the correlation there, not actually speaking on Bud Buddies.
yeah, I don't know. The scene, like, just the transitions are just really awkward. It's just, I wish we wrote it to be more consistent. I don't think it takes away. I think it just could have been better.
It could have been better. I just think the problem is you're going to make a 30-minute episode for that, and I don't think anybody wanted that.
Very true. That is another thing, is it would be ridiculously long. I don't even... Is Ben Simpson someone? Is that...
No.
Is that, okay.
That was
when
just...
you gave me the name,
we needed a
like,
name.
Who... I just assumed he was from the show, and the longer I was working on the episode, the longer I was like, I still don't know who Ben Simpson is.
No, for House of Cards, actually, a lot of their stuff, if they have a moderator or a reporter, they use actual reporters to cameo in the show, so, like, real news people. They wouldn't be someone made up, more than likely. Excluding, like, Zoe Barnes being one of them.
Do I care what you think of me? Of course I don't.
This is my favorite bit. I actually do. I'm incredibly insecure. I love that. That is like my favorite line in the episode.
But I do care about giving you people a healthy game environment. Now, are you gonna let me do that, or are you gonna vote for this dildo?
Fuck that guy!
So
That, you know what that voice reminds me of? It reminds me of a Sanity Not Included thing. I don't remember, but I think there was a thing that Dexter did. Like, that was a voice that he did that just reminds me a lot of that.
There was another guy.
I just want to say, do not vote for either of these guys.
See, people thought Unishek was Trump, and I'm like, that's...
what? How does
That's
that
not
make
what
sense?
Trump stands.
What?
No, I saw a lot of comments like that third guy's Trump, and I guess it's because he won. But I'm like, but that's implying like that what Trump did, regardless of what you did, that what Trump does is reasonable. That's not what he was doing.
No. He also has the opposite of Trump. He's like, do not. These people are bad and have hurtful campaigns. That was his whole campaign, was to be hurtful and mean, and get all of his people arrested. I think that was also Tatsumori doing that fucking voice.
Thanks again for running my campaign.
And then this Harold's so good.
Alright, see ya.
Harold's just got so many jobs, dude.
What the hell, Harold?
Did you know about him?
Of course I did. I was his campaign manager.
What?
Can a campaign manager run 3 different campaigns?
No, I'm pretty sure that would be illegal. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Now, for a Halo campaign, yeah, probably. But in an actual presidential election, unless you got fired, in which case I'm pretty sure yes, but I don't think you can simultaneously work on 3.
I just don't care anymore.
But the cheering, there was so much cheering. I thought they liked me.
Nope, they were just trolling. They would have cheered no matter what you said.
I remember we were sending this to everyone to watch, and everyone was like, "This episode is good," except for Ty, who was like, "I don't know. The ending is just kind of depressing."
And I am. Damn it. Why don't people like me?
So good. All right, prop punt. Unfortunately, will be more consistent. Everything will be better in season 3, basically. Unfortunately, I didn't write, because of the scene transitions, I didn't write a cold open to this episode. And I remember specifically when it was done, I was like, you had started with the opening, and I was like, yeah, I couldn't, because of the transitions, I didn't write for it to do that, and I should have, but I wasn't thinking. So I'm gonna put a lot more thought in the scripts. But this is not my favorite, but this is, I think, one of the best episodes just in terms of
What the fuck is the point
editing,
of
obviously.
The entire point. I've been trying to get you two to
Just-
stop talking since
This is like the peak of where you did a lot later in the season, but I don't remember. I don't think in episodes prior to this you did the camera like flip thing.
I did it in Darknet. There's a moment in Darknet. There's
No,
actually a
you've
couple
done it in a
moments
few
Darknet.
episodes post this. I'm just saying I don't think it's before this episode.
Oh,
though.
no.
Like I think
No.
this is the first episode to do this.
It's so weird because I just like it may seem like I meant to do this before because I do this swishing thing in the first episode in picking teams on accident. This was before I had studied Edgar Wright and learned how he does things, and yeah, just a happy coincidence. And this is this episode I remember taking longer, maybe twice or 3 times as long. I think it took like 3 months because I was just I redid a bunch of it and I was trying to figure out how to make. I wanted an episode where they were the props. They didn't show their normal Spartans, and I was like, how do I make them as objects interesting? And the answer I found was a bunch of camera movements.
Are you ready to hunt some props?
Yeah, put the action in the cinematography.
Fun fact, they
People
weren't
were,
originally supposed to be German. They were supposed to be French. I just couldn't get a voice actor to do French, a French accent. So they originally didn't have a bunch of Nazi jokes.
Chose to be garbage.
It didn't, but people love them. I don't know what to tell you. Something about it that Which I guess if you've seen the bloopers that this is spoke upon, that this came out pretty close to the Charlottesville thing, because Harold talked about it.
Yeah,
Chronicler talked about it.
he was literally like, man, you got some balls to do this. And I was like, it wasn't on purpose. It just happened to happen.
Yeah, this was wrote before that, and then they happened to become Nazis, and I'm kind of like, I don't know. There's not supposed to be parallels to it. We're talking 1940s Nazis, not 2017.
Yeah. It's very unfortunate that we live in a world where we have to we have to say that.
That was a close one.
Now will you two
Also, the I don't remember how I picked the helmets, but I did pick the different one that's red. That's a reference to Red Skull. Just a little Easter egg, not really, barely a reference.
I win
Just,
all the time.
yeah.
At
Fun
a lot of
fact.
things.
Yeah, we both know that's not true.
He has a point, Frank. Unfortunately,
Just,
God just seems to hate
silly
you.
episode.
I mean,
This is just some weird dialogue where they're just shitting on Frank.
You guys, where's all this
Well, it's not weird. They don't like him, but it's like it's just it's.
we don't
I don't
hate
know.
you,
I love
Frank.
it.
It's
I just like how this
that
episode goes.
Maybe you should stop denying the fact that, well,
Well, you're basically
garbage.
garbage.
What? You are human garbage, both metaphorically and right now, physically.
What is happening right now? Why do you guys think this?
Basically, just
And
for
it's just-
getting to know you.
It's just so mean.
You're literally online all day. All you
Well, I
do
like that
is
he can only tell when he's physically trash. Like, normally they can talk like this and he just ignores it, but now it's like, now that he's actually garbage. I think, in my mind, it's when he's him and they're making fun of him, he can't process, like, he just ignores it. But when he's garbage and they're commenting on him as a person, he goes, they only hate me right now because I'm trash. Like, that's, like, literally the only reason.
Oh, okay, no, I got it. I know how to fix this.
This is a skateboard sound effect of
wait,
him
where are you
sliding away.
I don't think there's anything that can fix your life, so don't bother trying.
I love this episode because I needed two body actors the whole time, pretty much. I think that was me who did the skating. Because this is just like, I needed no body actors and I loved it. This is a good
I mean, in
transition.
theory, in some of these scenes, you needed none. You just could just set up forge objects in that area, and then you just need them for a few scenes.
Yeah, it was really nice that way. I could just edit and record whenever I wanted.
Jovial? I mean properly.
Have you shot it yet?
No. I want the physic prop to admit that
It's
he is.
so
Then we
stupid.
shall find
It's
the
not
rest of
like
the
clever or anything. It's just sometimes clever jokes are fun, but sometimes it's just good to have a joke that's just in your face and it's just like, yeah, he's a Nazi and he mistakes Jew for prop.
Now
It is. That's the first Tyler, and
Oh, wait, I
possibly
think
the only
that's
because I
Ty,
don't
isn't
remember
it?
if he's in others, but the Tyler Hosbino cameo of the season.
Okay, yeah, whack it up, buddy. Whack it up. Hey, Veal?
He is in Darknet and he's the guy John kills. He's like in the split frame. He's
Okay.
what is it? When they're in front of the bouncer.
Yeah, because that was what you wanted to get.
Those are the
Each
two
one
Ty
of
cameos
us
of the season.
of FWSXR channel, which doesn't really do anything now, but still, the goal is to get one of us in this episode. I believe is what you wanted, and I think you did get Ty, and I think Phoenix does a scream. I do think that he has like a scream for one of the props dying. Chemical was supposed to be one of the hunters because he could do
Yeah.
a German accent, which is true, but he could only do it for about half the lines.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, turn Jamaican, and he says it in the recording. He's like, I think I turned Jamaican, and I just listened to it, and I was like, yeah, I can't use this. I'm very strict with my voice acting and stuff. I'm very hard to work with.
You embarrass me.
Sounds like they caught him.
Yep. Once you get found as a prop, it's basically game over.
And then this is.
So where did you? What the fuck are you doing?
I love it like that.
I'm not fucking jealous.
Oh, I didn't know you could.
He just slides it into the tree.
Because you said I was garbage.
So your idea of proving us wrong.
Well, the
Oh, man,
camera
I
movement
really
there
like
when
I
it
really like some of
turns
these
to
camera
reveal the
movements. They're-
tree is a good
I-
way of being like, you can't turn a barrel to see it turn, so the camera's literally being Dante turning. Like, it's a good way to reveal it that way.
Yeah, I can see them catching that.
Get away from us, Frank.
What the hell, dude? I'm not gonna hide alone. It's better if we stick together.
Yeah, it's really now it's something I have to consciously do. Now that I know how to do this, now my problem is writing it into the script so that I remember to do it. Because after this, it's less consistent. I remembered to do it in Darknet because I'm like, this is it. This is the big one. But I don't know. That's my current thing, is remembering to do this. Because now that I know how, it's just implementing it in more episodes. Because you have to write for it. This is like syncing the music, writing for the camera, someone to
that was Phoenix.
To slide into the screen. That's all visual comedy, so it has to be written down. Ah, okay. And then this is me trying to, obviously this isn't as good as episode 1, but it was last second. It was like, I want some syncing the music stuff. It didn't really work out.
I do like
great, but
also
I'm
there's
happy
another
with it.
cool idea where it is the 3 of them, but then Frank leaves for a bit, so it's just a lot of Harold and I do like Don't Be a Hero Harold, but it has Dante and Harold together for a bit, and then gets rid of Harold, so then it's Frank and Dante for a bit, and then get rid of Frank and just Dante. I think it gets some different dynamics all throughout the episode.
Can't be many left now.
That poor naive fucking idiot.
Shut up! They're still close.
I also just like that. I just love the bit of Harold sliding across and hitting him in the head and it doing nothing. And it's just, well, that didn't go well.
These items does not belong.
But which one?
It is
This
good.
is Razzle Dazzle's favorite bit.
Amazingly, there was improv in the body acting, which you wouldn't think would be possible.
Hans, was this tree always?
Yes.
I'm fucking booking it, Dante.
I love it.
And that's Razzle Dazzle fell. And I was just like, it was like, I fell. And he's like, I fell. And I was like, no.
It's
Keep it.
dancing time.
And some
call
people
those
would say
people
this goes on
wrong.
for too long. I would say, no, I like it. Yeah, those people are incorrect. I think I literally Googled German folk music.
We missed one prop.
That is unacceptable. No prop can make it out alive.
So what haven't we shot?
And this is an audio swell.
Shit.
Looks like he was.
Because fun fact, Halo Forge or Halo Prop Hunt is really unbalanced because they can just hit everything. And in Gmod, you lose health whenever you hit something that's not a prop. But Halo 5, you can just shoot literally everything.
Dude, what is your deal?
Shut up, you.
Ignore him, Hans. Let's just kill him.
No.
Oh yeah, their names are like Hans and Heimlich. I don't even remember. Oh man. Yeah, I like this episode.
Starve you? Or a nice look into an oven? Or
Hey, could we talk over here for a second, Hans?
what is it?
Yeah, you're taking this whole Nazi joke to a very scary level.
What?
This
I
is.
really have no idea what you mean.
I can't remember. I think it was Forrest M and
Like Hitler.
I think
it was
Forrest definitely
Tatsumari.
sounds right.
Let me look real quick.
You did it again. That's
Forrest.
not
Oh,
fair.
Judge Red.
You're
Judge
a
Red.
terrible person.
You have to admit,
Yeah, Forrest
you
and
are an
Judge, who are
excellent
two
leader and
body
an
actors.
amazing
I mean,
guide.
this is 2017, so I've had them for a while. They're great. I got some great body actors.
You should know that you're a bit extremely racist.
But
Stop that. You have a serious problem.
you're being silly.
Oh, I still do that. The audio, that switch back and forth, that one's easy. I think I do more with that now.
He started it.
I really didn't.
Okay, listen. How about we win this game real quick, and then we can have a talk about this.
Fine. We
And
will
then,
use this prop, who
The
is
episode,
supposed to
there's
be
no like
not
big
biased
joke like
anyway,
Forge or
and
community
then
manager
tell me how the
or even
first
picking
next
teams.
Normally it ends
But
bad for the
I
Blood
think it
Buddies,
ends
and this
nice
ends
enough.
bad for the Nazis, as it should.
I always just try to end it with a really.
You can quote me on that. Nazis are bad.
Joe? I mean prop. I mean Scheiße.
Nice save.
Infection.
Hello, everyone. Well, I don't need to say hello. We're on
Actually,
infection now.
Frank, it's because I thought infection would be a fun game type
This
to
is
help us celebrate
Yep.
Halloween.
one of the most popular episodes, but basically because anything with zombies in it does super well on YouTube. I don't know if that's just Halo stuff, but like when I was making this, I was literally like, if you put zombie in the title,
That's not
it
even
gets
close to what I was
it
going to
gets
say.
a solid like extra 20,000 views. It's really it's crazy.
I think this is the highest part of a season episode. I still think the
Yes.
Christmas special has more views than it, but
It does. The Christmas special has
as a
42
solo episode.
at the moment, and Infection has a solid 35. The most popular season 2 episode, most popular Because I don't know, I kind of consider this something different, but I also kind of consider the Christmas special something different. But out of all of season 2, this outperforms them. Oh, we should talk about the episode.
Yeah.
I would say
This is Frank's weird speech.
His fun little speech that lasts. He's in the episode for like 1 minute.
Yeah. This is
Harold, is that really important right now?
It is extremely important, Frank.
I always like that
question
joke.
our friendship, which I didn't think was possible.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember why exactly we wrote Frank out, but it was just nice. It was just nice to have a Dante and Harold episode. Harold, as we said, goes so well with just everybody.
Well, I guess it's just you.
Yeah,
and I,
it switches
Dante.
up the dynamic really well. Well, and I think a lot of this season, as we probably talked about in earlier episodes, Frank and Harold tend to be together a lot throughout this season, whereas, so this is a nice change of pace to give Dante and Harold a time together.
This is I recorded all this, but Razzle Dazzle did the opening's effects. I really regret not putting the characters' names in. I was inconsistent with that. I think from now on I'll put the characters' names in. I think that's better. And then here's the Halo Bud Buddies. Just I could have done like The Walking. I don't know. I could have done something different with the names, like House of Butts or The Walking Butts, something stupid like that. But I like the idea of the name, the title just being in different fonts.
I'm not liking this.
We don't quit games, Harold. We win them, and that means survival.
How I write Harold is basically that
I don't
he
think
turns
I can
his
just do
brain
whatever
off
you have
when
to
he
do to
plays the
survive.
video games. That's why in Trial of the Century he's so different. It's just oh wait, Judge Cutie Pie. He's so different because that's him normally. So he acts this dumb just because he's like, oh, I'm playing a video game, I can relax.
Not actually dying.
No one is dying on my watch.
This is such a waste of ammo.
Here's a fun little moment of Harold shooting, and he just misses every shot.
Yeah, just.
Congratulations, Harold. You managed to waste our ammo.
I was really. This is also.
Go ahead.
Oh, you go ahead.
Oh my god. All right, I really like all these characters had Walking Dead names. I think this was Daryl.
Very traumatic experience.
I think I got some of that. I've never seen The Walking Dead. Hence, I was going to segue a bit to what I was talking about, that you wrote majority of this episode. I believe I helped with the Frank part of the beginning. I think I wrote the beginning and
yeah, I
ending
needed
this.
help
Everything
with
else in the
ending.
middle. I don't think I did much because I do not watch. I couldn't figure out if it was a Walking Dead parody until after it came out, I think, because I was like, I don't watch the show, but I kind of guessed from the character names that it would be.
So if you really want to know, it's been
Yeah, but I
this is a fun episode to voice act. I
that.
only had to do like 2 lines.
Shut up. I know I'm walking out of here.
I really like this bit with the organs. I don't know. That's just such my humor. I really like he's just randomly obsessed with his organs. I love it.
He'll survive on his own.
No, either he'll die out there or
And then
he'll bring them back to us. Well, let's save
and
him
then
again.
Harold's slow,
No,
stupid
Dante,
descent.
Don't. He had his chance.
You sure? Because you seem pretty adamant about not letting him die like 30
I
seconds ago.
really like this combo. I'm thinking season 3 will definitely play with these combos more. Maybe do some A and B plots. I definitely like to see an episode of Dante and Frank just hanging out.
Please stop. No, touch my organs.
Yeah, I feel like we had a little bit of that. Because I think we had a little bit of that in season 1, but not really in season 2.
Who are we? Who are you?
We asked first.
So definitely
Whoa,
switching
calm
it up,
down, guys.
throwing
We're all just trying to
and throwing in
survive
the
this
side
crazy
characters
world.
into
So
the
let's
main
just
plot,
lower
like
our
how we did
guns
in
and talk
the
about
season
this.
finale, and switching up not just the 6 of them or the
Thank
3
you.
of them plus
So tell
1.
me
It
a
could
little bit
switch
about
it up and
yourself.
split them in half.
Fighting the infection since it started. I've lost a lot
Yeah,
of
and
good
here's
men.
Carol,
Some
and I
lost
want to
to
say
bombs
is that
distracted.
it's Carol and
Others
T-Dog?
stuck around as one of
T-Dog?
those undead freaks.
If I'm remembering right.
Is Carol just another
Goddamn soul
parody of
just too
Daryl
undead.
then?
No. Carol's a character. Carol's a character.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And T-Dog's also a character. I think I'm trying to remember if these are all show characters.
When did
No,
we say that?
Daryl is a
Why
show
would
only
we say that?
character.
Do we even know
T-Dog is a
which way
show
north
only
is?
character.
Don't bother. There's a swarm of infected up there.
That's a parody of all. It's like in zombie movies. It's like it was T-Dog. I mean, in zombie movies, they're always like, I heard the West is safe, and it's just like I just like the idea of him being like, no, we're heading north because I heard it safe. It's like no one said that.
I am just so upset with what is happening right now.
Thank you for your kind words. We're upset about that too.
I'm personally insulted that you think I
You
care.
really like people misunderstanding Dante.
I do.
Sounds like a plan.
I always find it very funny to just misconstrue someone's words.
Yeah, we like to ask people who join our group.
This is a direct
Actually, they
reference to
aren't crazy, but have friends.
the show. I can't remember what's in the
How many
comics.
infected have you killed?
I don't know.
How many players have you
And
killed?
then it's just
In this
Well,
game,
this
Oh,
might
it's-
be. This is probably the
playing,
best dialogue
if in this
exchange of the
game
whole
0,
episode, with possibly in
and
a
if
second
lifetime
here the
also
best
0.
joke
What
of the
about you?
season.
Fuck off.
Yeah, they're good.
Nice to meet you, gentlemen.
We
I-
had a group
oh,
of
man.
Yeah,
survivors
the
today.
monologue, which
They asked us
the
3
we've had
questions
we had a
and
lot of
we
monologue
gave them
jokes
the
this
answers.
season,
A
but this
lot
is
of
definitely
monologue
the
jokes
the
this
peak of
season.
it.
Can we trust them?
What the fuck?
And then it's
Talking
just
right now?
got
Can
it's
you
got
not
the
do that?
visual
Even
humor.
you weirdos have
We
to
met
think.
some new survivors today.
People
We
in the
asked them
comments
questions.
loved this joke.
Can't trust them 100%.
This is a good joke. It's done very. I enjoy
cannot
this
be real.
one.
Wasn't
It's
sure if I should
definitely.
monologue. Was
I think
monologuing
this is
the
because
monologue?
this is one of
Was
my.
I
It's
monologuing
not.
like
It's
everyone else?
this is one of my like lower episodes I think of season
Well,
2,
I'm
but I
not
do
so
think
sure
that
I
this
don't
is a
know
very
that,
big
but I do
standout
know
joke
that
of the
it's very
season.
I need
Important
to
to keep this up as long.
All right, now that we've all finished monologuing, I think we should find a new location.
I say we head east.
Oh, not this again.
It's
Tina,
yeah. This is one of the
not
episodes
coming
where
back.
having
A reason
being
for
able to have a full lobby of
Obviously, rescue
people
isn't
would have
going to be
made
coming. That's
a big
not at all how this
difference.
game mode works.
It's
rescue
one of
will
the
be
on the
cons
west
of
side.
just
I don't know why I
the
had
game
to
being
face
so
you.
old
What do you
and this
mean,
being such a
Dante?
niche
There's no
thing.
rescue. That's not the
I
way
had to
this
just kind of
works.
do what I
Maybe
could.
not
Like
rescue,
specifically
but what if there's a
right
safe
after
zone or
this when they
something?
get
There's no
to
safe zone
Alexandria,
either.
the little
Dante,
safe
if
zone.
you
It's
don't
just
have
like
a better
it would have been
idea,
better if
how about
people
you
were
try not
there.
shitting on everybody
It's just
else's?
you do what you can do.
Getting sassy in front of
I
me
should just do
because
what
you have stupid
GTA
friends
does
now?
with Halo Infinite and
Fine,
just have a
let's go find
director
your
mode
rescue.
where you can like
Thank
put
you.
people
So
in.
which way are we going?
Yeah, and
East
you know
or west?
AIs are
Oh,
in
we
Halo
don't actually
3.
know
I mean,
which
it's
way to go.
modded,
We
but
were just
it's
gonna wander
possible.
around
I
and
just
hopefully
Yeah.
I just like I would love
Guess we should start
all I want from a
wandering then.
machinima mode would be like literally you can have 4 people there. I
cannot be
can
serious.
switch and I can switch characters. Like I can be Harold, do the head movement,
We've been
be
wandering out
Frank
here
in the
for so
same
long.
game.
We heard there
That
were
would be
rescues
Yeah.
to the
so
west.
helpful.
East.
Yeah, this is north. And sorry to disappoint. This isn't rescue. When me and my group realized it wasn't coming, we bunkered down and made a community.
I think I'm
A
trying to remember
community?
these shots.
That's
I remember
right.
being
But instead of me
really
explaining it to
difficult.
You, why don't you hop on in and take a look for yourself?
This is
It's beautiful.
the
Welcome
intro
to
to
old
Gummy
Alexandria.
from
Yeah.
Brockhampton.
Feel free to make yourself at home. We're safe here.
Yeah, I was
We
looking
needed
for
some sort of
I
music,
don't
and at the
like this.
time
It
we were
doesn't
really into
feel
it, and that was a
real.
nice
Don't
little
patronize me.
kind
I'll
of
admit it. You were right.
angelic
It really was
intro
a
to work
stupid
there.
fucking safe zone.
No.
Yeah.
nothing.
See, and then
Not with
another
those
thing with this
monsters
season is
roaming
I feel like
around.
the story structure on
buddy,
so many of
can you
these
come over
episodes.
here
I feel like
for a
this one's
sec?
fine. This
What's
bit is
keeping those
kind of
zombies out
eh,
exactly?
but season 3 a big focus is gonna be getting that
Wait, so
story
this isn't
structure
actually
right.
a
Even if
designated safe
I have to
zone?
make the episodes like a few pages longer, just so that
That stuff?
everything flows better.
The stuff that we just jumped over.
Mhm.
The stuff that literally didn't do its one function.
Yes. What are you not understanding about this?
I don't understand why you're so stupid.
Yeah, and this is
Dang.
see,
You
I
guys
had to
just got
be.
lucky. There's
How
no
often is how
preventing the
dare you
zombies from
use?
getting
I-
in here.
I don't
I
know.
feel like
that could be a count. We could count. We
I
should
feel
count
like
that.
I can think of maybe 3 examples of it. I'm trying to think like I feel like that's a constant. Just somebody insults them, and then immediately after, just how dare you?
Hey, that's me. That's me in the background.
Nothing about this is
That is you.
Are you seriously going to pretend you don't hear that?
I'm sure
And
it's
yeah,
all gonna be
they're screaming,
Okay.
but you see like 3 people.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I couldn't give you a safe.
Well, that's just where it's like, even for like stuff like that,
I'm
of
sorry
it doesn't
you were
even have
so
to be you need head bobs or anything. It's just
Realize he was already
it doesn't even need to be head
Yeah,
bobs or
Dante,
anything. It could
I
just
know.
be like
No.
if
see,
you're,
I don't
if, for
think you
instance,
do.
zombies. If you had AI,
have
you
to
could
get
just
outta here.
spawn a bunch of things just for the background shots, or having a lot there puts a bit more of the menace, I guess, into it.
Yeah, I always that's one of my favorite jokes though.
No!
You know he
Get
was
down
already
here,
dead,
T-Dog.
right?
We gotta
Yeah,
keep moving.
Dante,
I
I
have so
know.
many negative
Yeah, no, I don't
emotions
think you do. It's just
Wasting?
so dumb.
I can't believe she's gone.
We don't care. Let's keep moving. We're all that's left, so it's only a matter of time before they catch up.
You guys go up ahead.
So
I don't
stupid.
think I can live without Carol.
I think I saw a comment recently. I hate talking about comments because they're all dumb and I don't actually care. But there was a comment that was just like, "This is so cringy," and I was just like, and he marked a moment that was purposely overly dramatic. And I was just like, do you know what I'm doing? It's like, do you know what this is?
Yeah. Those type of things are just like, you know, it's one of those where it's like you're not wrong, but it's like if you don't get the joke, like it's not a legitimate criticism because if you don't understand, that's the point. You don't have to like it, but it doesn't mean that wasn't the intention.
You said it best, Dante. Do whatever you have to survive. If it's any consolation, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I do enjoy just to go back when he's just like I do like that these characters occasionally, like every single one of them are just assholes. Like some are worse than others, but like in a scenario where they're trying to do something, it's just like, all right, cool, see you later, loser.
If I'm gonna die, I'm taking you all with me.
Also,
Come
that
get me,
shot
you
where
sons
Dante
of
gets stabbed
bitches.
is so much cooler than it needs to be, but I really like it.
Wait, is the round over?
Yep, round's over, guys.
Great work out there
God.
today, everyone. We are well past our
Just gets very ridiculous.
Keep at it. We may just pass the company record.
It's so dumb. What even is this ending?
Wait, so that's
I don't remember who voices it. I think it's Forrest M. If I'm remembering
Sure that's
right.
not Tatsumari?
It
might be Tatsumari. I was saying Forrest M or Tatsumari, but I didn't know if Tatsumari did deeper voices like that. It's probably Tatsumari. He was just an all-star this season.
Yeah, I feel like I thought Forrest did one of the other characters, like one of the actual non-infected.
They both did a lot. Like
okay.
Forrest was Pedo Joe and Tatsumari was Pedo Mo. Like that's just one. They did that. And then they did a lot.
I can't get it.
Here we are with the Judge Cutie Pie. I was gonna say in the last episode, there was a moment when the infected boss. I remember there was a there was a joke where it was like Dante now had to work like with the infected. Like he was like, great, now I have a 9 to 5. It was some joke. I don't even know if I said it to you. It was just in my head or whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that. And that's the Judge. This is a Judge Judy parody because this season is like half parody episodes.
All parody. It was not wrote that way originally. It just kind of kept happening.
Yeah, I had to do research for this. Like I had to research how these lawsuits work. Like that these don't have lawyers. How this works.
Yeah, it's civil.
Civil cases, and they typically don't have lawyers
That's
present.
that's Floral Ninja Chan. She voices Kara Bubble and Isaiah and Brian, and she voices Christina
We go first.
in the Slut Buddies.
We go first, not him first, me first.
Hey, you can't.
Oh, this map. I think
This is one of my
Whatever.
Go ahead, you go.
Oh, I was just gonna say this is one of my personal. It's not like my favorite episode of the season, but it's up there as one of just in terms of which it's an episode that I guess mainly I wrote. I think Razzle Dazzle said this reminded him a lot of an It's Always Sunny episode, which I liked. So I like that's a high compliment for me.
This is I was just gonna say this map. I'm pretty sure was forged by Lego and Premium. They did a really good job because that's a beautiful map. Like I would not know they just made this themselves. I would think they just stole it from the internet like I do for all my maps.
Right.
This is this is the second or third time Frank does a fucking accent.
It's a lot. It's his second southern accent, but yeah, it's a lot.
You don't need opening statements. I just want you to
Most of the time I just think, can I do that voice? And then I'm like, I can? Okay, I'll write it in.
And this is another episode where Dante just is in the background of the episode, just saying this is my life. And I really like that. I really like Dante this season.
Yeah, it's a nice dynamic change where instead of butting in and getting angry, he's still angry, but he's also just like over it. So it's just it's just not giving into it, entertaining what's happening.
Hello, Your Honor. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Harold Ivy.
Pretty sure that was that awkward walk. I'm pretty sure he walked backwards and I reversed the footage. It's really hard to get shots of people walking without going in the theater.
I just want to ask you some questions about the case.
No fair. Frank got to do it.
Well, Your Honor, he does have a point. If he doesn't get one,
And then this is my this is I just was like, if we're gonna do a lawyer episode, I feel like my character needs to have a southern accent, and then for some reason everyone thinks that's a good enough reason to win a trial.
Now I bet
Also, we got a lot of comments about how it's like, oh, that's a girl, and Frank's not acting like Frank, which is one of the reasons why I decided to change Frank for season 3, just so that, because it's wrong because Frank wanted to win, and sexually harassing the judge would not make him win. But it's also like you can't really write a girl. You write Frank into a corner where it's just like, yeah, the audience expects him to hit on this girl if there's a girl around, and it's just kind of like sometimes you just want a girl voice actor without having to write for it.
Yeah, and also it's like, I don't know. I just doesn't, there's not a reason that I would think that would be funny. So it's just like, there's no reason to write the same joke over and over if you can't add to it and make it funny.
This is a opening statement I wrote for Harold, or one of us wrote for Harold. Those were really difficult because they were supposed to be good, except for Frank's, which wasn't. But Harold's was supposed to actually be good, and
a decent argument, yeah.
Okay, sorry for questioning your asinine statement, but how would we both be amazing lawyers? All he did was
angry Harold. I remember one. It was I don't even remember what it was. It was just like one negative comment was like there's too much yelling, but it's like, first of all, yelling.
Oh, that was in the Discord. That was in the hub, I believe.
Yeah, something
that
like
was
that.
Yeah, somebody was just like, well, it was weird because we got complimented on the writing, just not the yelling, which is fair. I just think it's a little odd to be like, that's willing for you to rate an episode lower.
It's also funny because we didn't write it. We didn't write the yelling. That was all Chronicler.
It just happened.
Yeah, and I liked it. I'm not gonna say that's not an excuse. I put it in, and I don't regret it. But it was just like it's funny because I didn't write it to have a bunch of yelling.
Okay, I'd like to ask Dante and John.
Oh, that was a little that was another fun Judge Judy bit where it was like I like they do like this is what happens next, and we had a joke that wouldn't fit, so it's like, oh, what if we put it in a this is what happens next bit.
Yeah, well, there was the well, that was the recess and rainy day thing, and also well, we were gonna do commercials during this. I think it was literally gonna cut to a commercial break, and we were going to do bits in between, but that never went through.
Yeah, that did not happen.
My client will speak, Your Honor.
Actually, I would also like to abstain.
I am not losing this case, so you bet your ass.
John, I think that's John. Is that John's first line? He's just silently been there the whole time.
Yeah, maybe he said something like one word, but it's this is pretty much the first time he's talked.
But I do acquire over 90% of our team's kills on a regular basis.
Objection, Your Honor. I feel there are things about John the court should know.
Okay, one.
Is
You don't
this?
say objection.
No, this is the second. This is this season's running joke of John is a kid diddler.
I think John is a child
Yeah.
fucker.
Well, that's
Objection,
the
not
he's
only
never
is this
asked him
not
under
relevant,
oath
my
before.
client is not a child fucker. Our opponent is just trying to slander him.
My client is not a child fucker.
I think I don't know if I've said this to you. I know I've said it to Chemical. I think courtrooms are the perfect use for comedy. There's certain things where I just think trials are so funny to write jokes for. It's something about like how serious it's supposed to be, because in theory someone's life is on the line or something, and then just making it ridiculous is just a very funny thought to me.
I agree. It's fun. I did one in Isaiah and Brian season 2. This is my second court episode.
I don't like new mean Harold.
Nice.
There's an annoyingly nice Harold ad.
He's dead. There is no more
there's
Mr.
that
Nice
yelling.
Harold.
I like it.
Why are you taking this so seriously?
Because I'm a.
And I'm bored.
Yeah, that's foreshadowing to the flashback jokes.
Boy, I say, boy, you must be dumber than
We
a
do not.
horse.
I also like her blunt. I like the bluntness of the judge. We do not have a stand, and it's just I like quickly paced dialogue like this.
That's right.
As everyone knows because you watch my videos.
I'm also
If you're this far into the director's commentary, you're fucking into this.
Yeah, if you're getting through this.
Yeah.
I'm calling Detective Frank to the stand.
Who?
It's Frank's alter ego, who can't
And
lie.
then
Of course.
Detective Frank is brought into this.
We're not gonna take this seriously. I mean, he can't actually do that, right, Your
So
Honor?
stupid.
Since I have no clue what's happening, sure, why not?
I stood there in disbelief.
There was I wanted just Frank to be black and white, but it would have been more work than it was worth. It was just
Yeah.
What's he
It was, I don't know, it was just a pain.
He does it a lot when he gets like
Another
this.
monologuing
Hey,
joke.
Frank, could you stop talking to yourself so I can win already?
Wait, what? Were you listening to me?
It's hard not to when you talk out loud.
That's,
Well, stop it.
man, that music,
try
everything
keeping your
about
thoughts
that is
inside your
really
head.
just,
Whoa,
I love
who
it.
are you to make fun of my monologues, you fucking freak?
I apologize. That is not my intent.
I do enjoy that it's black and
If I
white and he
could have
looks
your
up and
attention,
it like
Mr. Frank.
as he realizes he's no longer like
Whatever. Is it true that you can only tell
secretive, I
every
guess.
part
It
the
just
truth?
goes back into reality.
Yes, it is. I took the detective's oath to always look for and tell the truth.
I don't think that's a real thing.
Oh yeah? Well, I don't think your dick is a real
So if I were to ask you
John.
who the better player is between Dante and John, what would you say?
Well,
This was a joke that I think the delivery didn't work as well on, I will say, because the joke was I was going to continue to switch accents throughout, but we didn't end up doing that. So in that line, I'm doing the changing accents, but it didn't stay, so it just sounds weird to me.
Yeah, no, it's the same.
Jordan fades back and swish. And
That was improv.
Take that, Frank. I got this case.
There's references
I don't
that
hear any yelling.
he makes that I still don't get. Like I think he
I thought he
references
said
some
it was
lawyer
liar,
show.
liar.
Yeah, liar. I still don't.
That's a movie with Jim Carrey.
You have the first closing statement, Frank.
By the way, I think people thought that was a fourth wall joke. The idea of this episode is Harold and Frank argue about who's a better lawyer, so they use Dante and John in some case and apply to like a web series called Judge Cutie Pie. Like this is an episode of a show. We couldn't fit that in the episode without it being weird. So yeah, there you go. There's the explanation.
Dante is a good man. He's an excellent leader, even though he uses it in a stupid video game, so it doesn't really matter. He's also very competitive, showing he has a drive for
I didn't remember all these shots were moving. It makes it seem overly dramatic.
that contributed to me coming here.
Dante is not guilty of whatever it is we're on trial for. He's a great friend, and I hope you will find him not guilty, or at least find John
Yeah,
guilty,
this is
whichever one it is.
I absolutely love that joke. Or whichever one I actually forgot.
What? Are you serious?
I do enjoy that she tears up, and then even John said that he teared up a little bit. Which is just, like, I don't know. I do enjoy that bit of him still melodramatic, saying that he teared up a little bit from a speech where Frank is hoping he's guilty of kid diddling.
No.
Here we go. Here's the big reveal. My favorite comments were, "Wow, even I didn't know Frank was Harold was a lawyer," and I was just sitting there like, "Yeah, neither did we."
Odd if you did.
It wouldn't make sense if you did because we decided it this episode.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember if I always knew Harold was like well off, but it was just I think you wrote the episode. And Harold took it seriously, and I was like, "Well, why would he take this seriously? He's Harold." And then we came up with the idea. Oh, he's a lawyer, and he plays the games to relax. We did have that. He plays games to relax.
Yeah,
so
we did know he had a tough
That's all writing
job.
is.
It's not a. It was not guaranteed that he was a lawyer, but he definitely had a job that would demand a lot of attention, so it makes sense.
Finally, someone got online. I've been waiting for hours.
Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, that's all writing a show is. You set yourself up, and then you just fill in the blanks later. You don't have to worry about it early on.
We should stop talking and just start looking for a game.
Flashbacks of everyone being terrible at Harold.
I'll start the search now.
You know, I really appreciate you guys playing online with me.
This is literally one of my favorite jokes. It's just he goes on for so long.
I don't have to yell or make arguments. I can just sit here and play with my two online best friends.
It's also just a way to have exposition in a comedic way.
Yeah.
Call me during my downtime. I'll be right back, guys.
Was he saying something?
I have no idea. It seems like he never shuts up.
Huh. I guess you have mentioned it before.
You guys just stared at the ceiling for a minute straight.
That's right, and I take my job as a lawyer very seriously. So when I say I refuse to lose a case, I mean it. So she needs to change her ruling or I'll...
Fuck! Oh man, I forgot it cuts off the fuck.
Hey Jessica, come play.
Alright, now we are
I do
on
enjoy
Slug Buddies.
I'm already playing with some friends.
other
I
friends.
do enjoy that. I
God,
feel like
Bonnie,
you had
stop
complaints in the
getting
first
into it.
season that you used the Xbox 360 notifications on the Xbox One, and then you just use Skype.
Ugh, fine. Message me when you're done then.
Let's see.
Somehow more outdated.
You guys ready to play?
I really, really wish I didn't have Dante also on a snow map. I think I recorded that. I was expert and I like released the episode and I was like, he shouldn't be on a snow map also. I really like that because that wasn't in the script. It was always from Jessica's point of view. But I really like the idea that it opens with on Dante's side and then it closes on the other side to make it kind of seem like it's a normal episode. I really like that. And then here we go, Slut Buddies. The most.
This
different
might be
episode.
not my favorite, but like possibly third. I don't know. It's maybe fourth. I think maybe I like Forge more. I think we had a solid streak from this and Twitch Streamer are really nice episodes next to each other.
Yes,
and they did really well view-wise, but they're two of the better episodes of the season.
We should change the subject, Jessica.
Yeah, I really like this one.
She said we should
It's
talk about
you know,
literally
I don't think it's my favorite either. It's hard. There's some good ones. We wrote some good stuff, but this is definitely up there. I mean, I'm definitely excited for more of this though. The most. Like I'm excited to do something like this again, more than any other episode.
Yeah. I like the trans. It works really well of a parody of the show we write, but also kind of standing on its own.
You're dating an idiot.
She's learning.
I do like that, and I really like Christina in this episode. Similarly, how everyone likes Harold, I really like Christina.
Also me. You wrote this. You started this. I was like, when you said this, I was like, I am not casting Alexa. You will cast Alexa. I refuse to do that. I think I had to end up helping in the end, but I was like,
I don't know what could be wrong with it.
Forgot. Alexa, stop. Shut up.
Disgusting, Alexa.
Should not have named her that. Also, by the way, bad idea to give her that name.
Do not call me that.
But yeah, man,
this is in case people don't get it, the baby penis and loose pussy transition there, being the. That's the Jesus Christ. It is vulgar. It is girls can be funny too, Isaiah. Okay, get over it.
Yeah.
It's 2019.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know that. That's one of my favorite South Park jokes. It's one of the differences between Jessica and Dante is like, I think it happens again. It just happened. Dante will be like, "Shut up, Harold," and Harold will be like, you don't have to be mean to me, Dante." Dante would be like, "Fuck off." If Jessica's mean and like Christina's like, "I don't like it when you're mean to me," then she'd be like, "Okay, sorry, but can you please do this?" It's one of the small differences that I'm sure people don't notice, but I try to do.
Other than the fact that I have Christina, I just don't like you.
Oh yeah, I also tried to make all the girls very different. Obviously they're parodies of our characters, but yeah. I was getting a lot of comments where it was just like, feminists are gonna really hate Christina because she wants to have babies, and it's just like, I just hate ignorance. It's just, that's not what a feminist is. And also, no one complained, so it's just like you saying, "Oh man, people are gonna complain about this," and then no one complaining just makes you seem like an asshole for even saying anything. But just rant. Talk, Ethan. I've ranted now. Thank you.
There's which I do enjoy that she has just as we stated earlier, misconstruing what they said and then just going on her own thing over here.
Yeah, I think the joke is, I think her mic is supposed to be kind of broken. Like, that's why she said they do the Jessica thing where he's like, Jessica just said something. She's like, really? Because her mic is broken, so she doesn't always know, so she misunderstood Jessica a lot. Also, she doesn't know, so it's a little of both.
How about we play a fun prank on them?
And yeah, I also like this moment of Christina. She's probably my favorite. I mean, I really like Jessica. I like Christina.
I just think it's similar to how Harold, we have the perfect voice actor for Harold to play him. I think it's the same thing for Christina. We got the perfect voice actor to play that character.
Floral is just so good.
You don't even know what it was. Christina,
What are you doing here?
I just pranked you.
What are you talking about?
Well, I was pranking those guys like Jessica said.
Blank. I said blank.
Then my new friend suggested
I actually forgot what she said.
So I planted a bomb in our base.
You did what now?
The bomb joke also is a very good joke this
I wish I could see
this
the look on
season.
your faces.
If you could.
Yeah, it's also well timed. I like that shot of the reveal. I don't know. I my like cinematography is very simple because I'm not a cinematographer. I'm a writer. But I really like some of the shots just work really comedically. And that's one of them.
This time, no flanking because clearly.
Well, it's also you're writing a comedy, and your option is you can go a standard route, and obviously the dialogue is the biggest part of a comedy, but you can make something visually interesting and be funny. Thus, you could be like someone like Edgar Wright, or even something like Game Night, which is not a stellar movie, but is actually visually very interesting. Or you could be like a Judd Apatow comedy, which is just, here are people, and like that's it. There's nothing cool through the cinematography. So throwing in cool bits of the camera just at least gives you something else to look at besides shot, reverse shot, over and over.
I'm remembering another comment I got that I really liked. It was just like, Christina Harold, Alexa Frank, Jessica Dante, James, John, and I just replied, I was like, no, James is his own thing. He's not based off of John. And he's just like, in my opinion, he is. And I was just like, your opinion's wrong. He's not.
It doesn't matter.
Your opinion is irrelevant. He's not. It's just, I love it. I love this. So
if anything,
good
he's
comments.
almost like Dante and Jessica are them, and he's kind of there as the Jessica to Frank, as the Alexa to Jessica, like that type of relationship. But he's not a parody of that character. He's just kind of the same relationship. Like he's the male to stand out to this group of females, whereas Jessica is the female to the group of males. That's sort of the point of him being there.
Exactly.
Also, it is storming where I'm at, so I don't know if you heard the thunder, but it may come up in the recording. That's just a heads up that thunder was just really loud. So.
You are infuriating.
Also, Christina knows French.
I do not like it when she yells at me.
Jessica, she.
Oh yeah, I do enjoy that joke. I actually, that joke is really funny. That definitely had to be a you joke. I like the idea of that, but I definitely did not look up French to do that.
I did. So, the voice actress was like, why'd you have to? You had to make me say French. And I was just like, yeah, I really like that joke, so it's staying.
What?
I also like I don't want to kill. James, tell her. She doesn't want to kill Jessica. I really like Christina. I think she's, oh man, I'm excited to see these characters again. I think by the time this is out, Slut Buddy should be out. In fact, we should have the full season version of it, or the full miniseries out. But yeah, hopefully everyone liked the miniseries.
Why haven't they come out yet? They've been in there this whole game.
Maybe we could go to the animal shelter so they could pet some bunnies.
You are literally the only person who would do that.
Guys, quick, come back to base. The enemy team is here.
Yep, and here we go with the second explosion. This episode actually had a lot of changes.
Well, that's like a much better. I think that one, the callback to it, and it just happens so fast that it's a really good second joke.
Have a good female superhero movie. No
I like this joke.
All girls should be taught that they can have as much sex with as many random strangers as they want.
Do you honestly think that should be taught to children?
Especially children.
Why did you get us killed? Well, I was trying to seduce the other team so that we could win.
How did you try to seduce
So
them this
stupid.
time?
I pretended to be a bot. Guys love being.
I really like Christina and Alexa's relationship too.
And then they convinced me
She's
pulling a prank
she's always so
on them.
interested in what she's doing.
Great prank, Alexa.
Interested, and she's so oblivious to how mean she is and how she does not like her at all.
Oh look, another one decided to come.
I think I literally said, "Say this like Lana" and Archer when I sent that long.
You want to play it?
Yeah, James.
So yeah, this ending, if you, I don't remember if the script is up for my patrons, but this script is completely, the ending is completely different than what was written. It was like, I think I made it and I was just like, it doesn't really have the payoff I want. I also didn't like the idea of, I made the players one a guy and one a girl, because originally it wasn't set, and I was like, I don't like the idea of these girls just getting tricked and being dumb
Good morning, angels.
like being treated dumb by a couple of guys. So I made one a girl and one a guy. I could have probably made them both guys.
Didn't you tell me this was the Adventure Time ending?
No. So there's someone outside. So you can. Sorry if I stop talking. But no, you wrote in Adventure Time where they're like, oh man, I love Frank. Frank is awesome. And they say it to the camera, and that is literally
Yeah,
Adventure
they
Time.
do it to the. Yeah, okay.
My mother is just talking in the background. So yeah, I worked with you and we changed it to Charlie's Angels. Yeah. And then here's the ending where it's a fan fiction.
The beginning was interesting, I guess, but then it just got gross.
I like the part we
This is actually the only time where Noob has a different voice as the main noob. Like, we introduced the other noobs, but we pretty much just keep Tatsamari as the only noob this season, but then just for that episode, it's just someone completely different.
And I love that it genuinely sounds like a grown man or a teenager or a child just doing a voice.
The weirdest part is that you wrote a girl version of yourself just so you could have sex with her. That's just fucked up, man.
Frank, you need to quit trying to have sex with us. No, you'll
And
never
there's
stop.
that punchline. Alright, here we are again with the director's... Oh, wait, shit. Here we are in the episode Twitch streamer. We got Razzle Dazzle here now.
Yeah, we definitely didn't watch, the final already, and had to go back because we forgot.
Yeah, we didn't.
I know.
Why would you bring that up?
I don't know. It's weird.
Alright, let's just get in this. That's Late Night Gaming. I think I got the idea because I saw, what's his name? Mike, too many numbers in his name. He had, like, what's his name? The Act Man in an episode. So I was like, oh, I'll get the Act Man. And he didn't reply to me. So I got Late Night Gaming.
When they don't have any Coke, you get Pepsi.
I don't drink soda, Razzle Dazzle. I feel like you should know this by now about me. And it was just it's just this season wouldn't work with a character like an episode like Smurf. So the idea with Twitch streamer was you get his bit out of the way, and it was supposed to seem like, oh, it's like a season 1 episode, but then they just immediately he leaves. That's why it's called Twitch streamer, even though the episode's actually called Recall.
Why don't we ever invite Noob?
Like the episode of Rick and Morty.
Yeah, that was what this episode is kind of based off of, but this is my favorite episode, at least.
Yeah, this is my favorite too.
It is. I don't know.
I think Darknet's definitely my favorite, but this is a close.
Darknet's
like,
not
if
really
you don't
a fair
include,
comparison though. That's an
I
hour.
also exactly. It's an hour and it's an event for me basically.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't count that, but yeah, this is definitely the best normal episode. Just. Yeah, this for a while. This was the masterpiece. This is like the episode that we were like, this is the show. We made this, and we're proud of it.
This is I think this is the prime example of just our writing styles just working really well together.
This was originally gonna be MLG Clans. This was the original John episode. I was gonna have him because he talks funny and they talk funny, so that's basically all I had.
That was the joke.
And it didn't work. I was like, I
build
cannot make an episode
around that,
right? Yeah, it was.
To be fair, that's most of the writing process.
That's Tatsumari with his amazing performance, and this is Porkin, just fucking killing it with these voices.
Everyone's so ridiculous. It's perfect. Which that guy reminds me of Lyle. Whoever's saying that right there. Reminds me a lot of how Lyle would say stuff. Like I think Lyle had a video where he was telling you pro gaming tips, and it was a really old video, but it was in Modern Warfare 2, and he kept dying, and he had a joke that was like, "It's me, XX Elite Snipes 420 XX," and he said stuff like that, and it reminds me a lot of that.
Oh, we just got a Frank to John joke. You're like if math homework was a person, which people really liked.
I like when those turn out. My random improv moments working out really well. It's just a few moments like that, which I don't know if you said this, but this is this was originally supposed to be Halo Speed Dating.
Yes, I didn't say. I said that in the series breakdown, but yeah, this was originally supposed to. Was this? I can't remember if this was a replacement episode or just an episode we were writing. Because we replaced the role play miniseries. which will
I think that was the. I think this is before we got to that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is we just Halo speed dating, but it was like the gimmick gets old after like a minute. Like it was basically like these bits. Like Halo speed dating could have fit in these bits because it was an idea that we couldn't make an episode of, but we wanted an episode of it. And then Morty's Mind Blowers came out, and then it was just like, that's it. That's what we do. And it was just perfect.
Yeah, this works so much better than the Halo speed dating thing. Because we had like a million ideas and nothing to do with them. Like, because we had a bunch of ideas, but it was like, we can't make a full episode out of this. And so it worked really well just to go, well, now we can combine them.
Yeah, and this could easily be a reoccurring thing. We have ideas for another one. This could be a fun thing that happens frequently in the shit series because it's just such a fun idea.
Okay, the site is camgirl.com/.
And then I like this bit. This is Jojo Rar, I think, is the voice actress's name, and she does amazing. This is another episode idea that did not work or would not work. I don't even think I started. It was just an idea. I don't even think I tried this episode because I was like, I knew that gimmick couldn't work.
You think she's gonna get all of my attention? And bravo, you're right. If you want me to
Some solid sexual harassment on Frank's part.
Ah, classic Frank.
Legitimately delusional or
comedy.
just lie to yourself constantly? You guys sound nice. I'll keep playing with you. What?
Oh, there's nothing else to say about this bit. It's just that. What else happens? Razzle Dazzle's here because he does the lagger effects and he likes Osmandius. Now that I think about it, that's it.
Like and admire and am probably going to steal that character at some point.
I would love it if you did that. I would love it if I just saw him in Fireteam. I think that would be cool. Do it.
I am.
Do it.
I'm working on it.
I need you.
Ah, here it comes.
God damn it! Here comes the tears again. That was clearly a hint.
And this is where it just goes. It gets crazy. It's just it literally goes from like 0 to 10 easily.
The music, his performance, the lighting, it's so perfect.
Originally, it was supposed to be them. They run up this ramp. They run up this lamp. They turn around. They shoot at him a bunch. The bullets just go off, ping off of him, and he's invisible, and then that happens. But I just couldn't get it to work, so I had to cut all that stuff.
Jesus, dude. You make
He just opens up with cornered like rats. It's perfect.
Ethan, who wrote this bit?
I think I wrote it, but I
know you came up with the name.
I don't remember.
I don't either. This episode was genuinely like I wrote the first 2 bits. I think Ethan wrote this. I think I had Lagger, and I think it was literally like 50-50.
Yeah, it was pretty even. It worked really well.
God damn, you are fucking creepy.
I love this. Is my favorite bit.
I hate him. I hate his voice so much. I had to listen to that laugh so many times.
It was so when Tatsumari sent me like 3 different takes on this voice. It was like it got to a point where I was just like, you know what Skeletor is, right? And then that's what he gave me. Oh, it's so good.
This scene also is pretty great. I like that Osmandius and Lagger are next to each other, which is probably the best part of the episode. But I do enjoy that they're just there, following each other.
I think the lag effects came out
cuts
really
together
good.
really well. Yeah,
it's different. It's unique.
And how do you plan on doing that? Empty-headed numbskull?
And then the you say run. You didn't even tell me about that. That's brilliant.
I love this shot too of it spinning. And then it's just there. And it's weird to laugh at my own stuff, but I genuinely just love this moment.
God.
When you have friends that believe in you, anything is possible. It's just everything about that bit. I love it.
I think I definitely came up with the flashback within the flashback thing, that they just keep building to more and more shit.
I wonder if this would have been any different after the Always Sunny episode, because this is a parody of something that isn't even a thing anymore. This is from when sitcoms used to do clip shows.
Yeah.
And then it's like Community did this where they parody the clip shows.
We came up with an idea, and that's where it's like, after seeing the clip show for It's Always Sunny, we were kind of like, maybe that will influence what the second one will be like.
Yeah, yes, yeah, it's just... And then Razzle did this. Did the little stabbing effect.
Oops.
And then this is... That's just a little bit. We might change that in the director's cut, where I kind of fix that with the lagging voice. And then I love the fact that, yeah, he's like, oh, you can see the flashback too?
The lighting's really nice in those scenes.
Why are we still on this? I'm trying to play hopscotch.
I wrote the bully scene here.
Yeah. I know, I wrote the 3 days
I wrote this and the Balo Hut Hutties. You wrote...
I love the Balo Hut Hutties. That came together so much better than on paper, it was kind of like, okay. But in execution, it's just like, holy shit, that works so well. Oh yeah, I know this. You were pitching this for a while.
I did. I didn't know what to do with it because I really wanted people to walk up to them after Frank was trying to convince them why Halo Butt Buddies is a good name. And it goes, well, if it isn't the Butt Buddies. And of course they're playing Halo like they always do. It's like, well, I feel like these guys are making fun of us, but it's a good name.
This was my bit because it's just an observation. Because I used to listen to 3 Days Grace. That was the only band I knew. And then Harold getting confused. And then, I mean, we didn't really go on this because how much more could we? But, like,
yeah.
Dante doesn't do well with bullies. We'll see.
Dante, what the fuck?
I like that. I just love you threw that in there.
That's how you develop your characters in a comedy series. And then this is just...
Don't call us that.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Damien.
Hi, I'm Fred.
Oh my god.
Three seem very different yet oddly familiar.
Oh, maybe.
And then it's just the idea that they have a reputation is just so stupid.
No, that's not really ringing any bells.
Okay.
And then their colors, all their colors are inverted versions of the basic color. So that's, I just had Damien go back to Mark the Gen 1.
I just kind of want to play video games.
Harry or Fred has the EVA helmet and the Athlon armor, and then Harry is reversed. It's just holy shit. It's so stupid. Oh, and their colors are the opposite colors of them on the color wheel.
Hey, Harry, it's your turn.
So the opposite of red is green, and blue is yellow, and green is red.
Hey, Harry, buddy, you think you could?
Oh my god, fucking Christian Skull did such a good job. Ha, got him.
Did you just high five yourself?
Oh, Harry, you did come all this way. Are you sure you don't want to introduce yourself?
So I'm Harry, and I'm the fucking BB of the group. That stands for
this whole speech is just perfect.
Is this after you named yourself the bad boy of Machinima?
I don't know. I don't know.
This is definitely before that.
Okay.
Because the bad boy of Machinima was something that I said about Isaiah in the Discord, and then he changed his name to that.
This is my favorite bit. I'm killed. It's like, what? We're literally just sitting here laughing at it.
This is just a live reaction. This is...
That's Halo canon. I thought that Easter egg was really good. I actually wrote that line wrong, and I managed to cut together this delivery right. But yeah, that bit is great because it's just if you know who he is, that's perfect. And then there was originally another scene where there was a forger, and I had a popular Halo forger in it, but he just never gave me his line, so I cut it. It'll be in the director's cut though. We just had someone else voice it. So if this feels oddly paced, it's because there were like bits in between and shit.
Yeah,
there were 2 bits in between.
You did really good in that scene, Isaiah.
I'm a good voice actor. I'm saying, bro, it's been a while, but I voice act. And then this is all Ethan right here.
Oh, I forgot.
That would be juggling Jimmy.
Oh my god.
That's absolutely supposed to be Mr. Poopy Butthole. That's 100% was Mr. Poopy Butthole.
It's so fucking Rick and Morty. It's not even funny.
I honestly don't think he'd even break into the top 10.
And then it just starts over. That's like I just like how the episode literally just starts over, and then there's a narrator, and then it's over. And so many people found this episode confusing, and that's how I knew it was good, because it's so good. This is just rewatching it. This is so well made. I just don't want to toot my own horn, but fuck.
Who voiced Juggling Jimmy?
That was Jamie.
Oh yeah, because I worked with him.
Yeah, because I was like, I know Ethan has a delivery he wants with this, so I will just let Ethan handle it. And that is Twitch streamer.
We did it.
All right. So next episode, Razzle Dazzle won't be here.
Yeah. Even though this is in order.
Yep. All right. Bye. Oh, bump my mic. Here we are with a Day in the Life of Noob. This is one of the 3 episodes that were written not last second, but last second after we removed the roleplay series and turned it to a mini series.
Yeah, we had 3 episodes and that got swapped. So I think the idea, we couldn't think of a lot of stuff, and so one of the ideas was episodes, since we had a Jessica episode, or mainly Jessica focused episode with Slub Buddies, having a noob episode as a standalone episode as well as a John episode. So this is kind of the back and forth between those, which I really like that we did. Also timing wise, we had Jessica, then Twitch streamer, then Day in the Life of Noob, then sitcom, then the John episode. So that way it was all like spread out. It wasn't just back to back to back.
Yes, they also have different intros. As like this is the first intro you see Alexa and Christina behind Jessica. They just come out. I really like that.
Yeah. This is one of maybe the second greatest character in this season. The first one being Ozymandias, and then number 2 being the Man.
Yeah, I feel like this is good, but with cinematography, it probably would have been better. Cause it's from Noob's point of view. This episode is completely first person, and it
wasn't originally wrote that way.
No, yeah.
I thought about writing a first person, and I assumed if I came to you with a first person episode, you would have told me we're never doing that because it's too much work. And then I gave you the script, and you said this should be first person,
and it was too much work. It was more work than I wanted, less work than you'd think. It was relatively simple once I got it. Like by the second half of the episode, I was like, okay, I know how to do this. But so then I had to record bits of the first part of the episode. It was a huge pain. It was fun. Don't regret it. It's so weird. So weird. I did not write this, for the record. This is not my bit.
You're scary. I love it. What's wrong? Hey, boss man. Oh man, I like it so much. It's just this is definitely my type of humor, but it's just overly ridiculous.
It's very absurdist. I like the clapping. That's me just clapping. Yeah, this is where we reveal that it's a different noob. Especially, you can tell by the color. So the yellow noob in season premiere is the same one in the season finale. But every other noob was different because they're a different color.
Yeah, and that was, I think we've talked about this probably in this season 1 commentary and another, but the transitions are cool in this episode, and that's what they kind of have to work that way to make that work. But I do think that the joke was, I thought it'd be funny if we had a different noob every episode. This is a cool way to keep that joke going, and also keep the joke going as well as like give an explanation to it.
Holy shit! I guess every episode we're just gonna go with the stupidest comment of the week, because there was a stupid comment on here where it was like, so you're gonna I made a comment. It's like, oh, so you're gonna curse in your comments, but you're not gonna curse in the videos anymore. You're censoring yourself. Why are you censoring yourself? You don't need to censor yourself. And I was just like,
I hated that they did that because then immediately after we did that in sitcom, and I was like, shit. Because I was like, it's a one-time thing, and then it happened immediately after, and I was like, this wasn't planned, but I guess it was. Like,
I can handle it, and I appreciate you entrusting me with such an important task.
So stupid.
yeah, some people just didn't get it. Like, that it was just like, they thought, well, and some people thought that it wasn't necessarily that they were upset with it, people thought that the characters were purposefully censoring themselves in front of Noob, which I kind of get that, except for the fact that in every other relationship they've been together, they've never censored themselves for Noob, so why would they be doing it here?
Yeah, I can literally see every cut. I remember every single cut in this. It was so much. I still have the storyboards. It's like 40 pages of storyboards of cut here, move here. This one specifically was really hard. I think he's gonna look into the wall or something.
Wasn't that? Well, this is similar to like probably the Edgar Wright type stuff.
Yeah,
and stuff like.
This is a cut.
Just Baby Driver, very long shots.
What are you doing here?
I studied a lot.
Well, this is, I guess, Birdman.
Yeah, I studied. I didn't really.
More.
I used Edgar Wright's style. It was Birdman. It was Always Sunny. The episode that's really strangely
the
really.
Birdman, It's Always Sunny.
Yeah,
episode.
and it was
the episode that's a lot like Birdman that they wrote before Birdman came out.
A lot is manipulating with speed. Like, body actors had to get this just right. I had to get it just right because I'm the point of view camera.
You go somewhere else and leave me alone.
Oh, I have a better idea. Why don't I stay here and do it with you?
Noob, if I did what I was doing with you, I would definitely get arrested.
This is one of those where I think, in theory, recording this is easier or harder. It's like, because if you get the shot done perfectly, you're done with so much of it. But if you don't, you have to redo the whole fucking thing.
Okay, do you see them?
Yeah, it's.
No, not that
See,
way.
there's a cut. Oh, am I just gonna be doing that? I'm just.
Okay, there is no way we can take.
Yeah. Oh, Hardcore Henry was also. I really like the way this looks. Honestly, like I'm pretty proud of this. And it was funny because another.
I don't think
You go.
Well, I still think we're the only first person, at least Halo Machinima.
Halo 5 Machinima. There's the Arbiter 617, Black Plasma Studios or whatever they were called, did one. It wasn't very good or anything, but.
Yeah. What's like of this episode and sitcom? I'm like, I think they're both back to back. Where I'm like, I think I looked them up and I was like, I did not find anything for first person. Maybe I found more for first person, but I did not find anything like a Halo sitcom type thing. So it's interesting to have two unique, very unique episodes, ending it out.
Maybe me putting my balls into his mouth was all just one big
accident. This is Team Killer. We do Team Killer.
That's what people like him do.
It's
was it an accident?
A little Halo, classic Halo trope. Or video game trope, I guess.
Was the funniest thing I've had happen to me all week.
Yeah, Team Killer, and he's manipulating Harold because it's easy to do.
That's a cut, obviously. That one's clear. Oh yeah, so the another comment of the week was just like, I know this episode's rough. I didn't want to spend any more time on it when I was done. I was happy with what I did. I knew I could do better, and I'd do better next time. So I was like, I said that in the comments, and then all the comments were like, either I couldn't tell, I was wondering why the cinematography was so bad, then I realized it was first person, or they said exactly what I said. So, people liked it.
They would literally reword what you said. Like, it's like, it was a little rough, but I could tell you didn't have enough time. What are you even saying? Like, it would be stuff like that. Where you're like, it's like when people are just like, I didn't know Harold was a lawyer. Of course. You could only get that information from me.
Okay, Harold, fine. Wow, really? Duck no! I'm not going to let this guy get away with killing me so that you.
I like the censor too. It's cute.
Dante, don't.
It's cute the idea that Noob censors stuff in his head.
You sure are funny. So where are we going? I bet it will be somewhere super amazing that only
I'm waiting for the cut because it's like shots like these were hard because if anyone messes up their walk or anything, and then I had to have like Noob talking.
Just move to the left.
Well, it doesn't even look that good too.
That
like, really, like just the way Halo 5 moves just is odd.
I don't need backup to kill you.
Wait, Dante, you can't. Isn't it bad kill your teammate?
Not this game. I'm taking this garbage out.
I think this one.
See, like this joke right here with Dante at the deep voice, I bet the cinematography would have helped a bit to make it like over the top epic, but you can't really do that as a first person type thing.
Yeah. I don't know, but at the same time, I don't think the episode would be the same if it wasn't in first person. Like, I could imagine making a not first person version, but I'd be like, it wouldn't be the same. Because, like, so many of the, well, to be fair, so many of the jokes, like the plasma pistol joke is funny because you see it from his point of view. That was hard to pull off, and that was good.
How old are you? 29. What the duck?
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say this. I just thought of it now, and maybe it's like the voice actor for both of them, but the Dante doing that deep voice, I guess fuck, I don't remember his name. The JT music.
Christian.
Skull. That's it. He sounds a lot like Robin from Teen Titans Go, and that, or Robin, the voice actor who plays him in that scene. Like when he's doing the deep voice, I actually just heard it. And I was like, that sounds like Teen Titans.
That was a reference to one of the noob raps. This is stupendous, and that's the episode.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, and there's this little bit. This was improv by Tatsumari.
This little extra thing.
People thought I was gonna do something with this. No, I just thought it was funny. I'm not.
Yeah.
None of this is happening. I do have different plans for Noob in season 3, but you guys will see. In like,
there's no
2
guarantee
years.
this will even be the same. Noob.
Yeah. You'll see. So weird. And Razzle Dazzle obviously did this effect. I can't do this shit.
Yeah.
It's my turn again. Yay!
This is why I hate randoms. Who just
Here we
joins the game
go.
and immediately
Sitcom.
leaves. So tired of losing.
The
Everybody's
episode?
least favorite
Yeah.
episode. Hell yeah,
Just
dude.
say it, but yeah. Those comments
Yeah,
were not
I
great.
wrote it. Heck yeah.
What's wrong with him this time?
I don't remember how I thought of this, but I was just like, we need another episode, and I was like, a sitcom episode would be funny. Maybe I watched the It's Always Sunny episode, because this is also like based off of the Grandma's House episode of It's Always Sunny, or that was probably what I
Grandma's
just
House.
watched most recently.
Alright, I'm ready.
Yeah,
Okay.
or Old Lady's House.
I definitely think
whatever
so.
it is. Yeah, so I just thought it would be funny to do, which, as we said in the last episode, complaints about the cussing, and then even more complaints about the cussing. They also said, I remember one comment in particular.
I love this opening.
It's a great opening. Well, we had a few opening ideas. Being we were just gonna do a bunch of sitcom stuff. I maybe recorded, because I just record songs. I don't have musical talent, but I just do that.
Oh crap!
And
that's them looking in the. Sorry, that's them looking in the park. That's them Harold babysitting. That's Frank prank calling Bartholomew. Sorry, I wrote scenarios for all those, and I wanted to say them in the
go ahead.
commentaries.
You got it.
I don't remember all of them, and I don't have the list, and I'm not gonna get the list, so I'll just see if I can remember at the top of my head. Dante and Jessica have to work at fast food restaurant. Frank giving Noob the talk. Jessica changed her hairstyle. Dante, Frank,
I
and
do
Noob
enjoy
stuck in
some of
elevator.
these because I did not get these at all. These are very niche. That somehow we noticed that was her changing her hairstyle.
Well, it's the equivalent because she changes her armor. She goes blonde.
Right.
Now, I wrote all of those down. Those are ideas, and then it's done. And then this is.
And then obviously, I don't know if we said this, but this is Too Many Cooks.
Yeah.
Another parody, which I think
don't know,
worked
people are
really
like,
well.
It's too long, but it's visual humor in
That's-
my head. I like
that's
it.
the
I
joke.
really like this.
It's parodying
Yeah.
the original's 12 minutes, so it's not it's not as long as it could have been.
Oh my god, could you imagine if the joke was just that this was a Too Many Cooks reference and it just goes on for 12 minutes?
I kind of like the idea that we film the opening and then we have this and then that's literally the end of the episode. We don't even film anything else. I do think that would be a very funny idea, but I think more people would be upset than find it funny.
I know you don't hear this much because you have a terrible.
And then this is those are the sound things from Full House and stuff.
We lost 6 games.
Yeah, this is interesting because I think both of us talked about this. We had to write jokes very differently for this episode because you have to kind of write them like there's going to be a laugh track at the end, and there's a very specific way of writing that.
Yeah. All I can say is I'm glad laugh tracks are dead and gone.
Yeah.
On good shows. I think Disney Channel and like old Disney Channel and stuff like that still probably does them, but none of the good stuff has them.
I'm agreeing with you. All those idiots
except for Big Bang Theory. Like that thing had that.
Well, that's what somebody that finally ended, but somebody said you don't need to copy shows like The Big Bang Theory. Like they were trying to say, I know they're popular, so you think you need to do this, but like don't go down. Like somebody's trying to give you advice to not continue making episodes like this. Because they thought we were trying to capitalize on because The Big Bang Theory is popular, a laugh track clearly is what would be popular, and I'm like, dude, this is a Halo Machinima, and this whole season's been parodies. It's not gonna stay the next episode.
Yeah, we also kept getting comments about the opening. Like, why do you keep changing the opening? This is different than the opening. We changed the opening like every episode. The comments never stopped.
It's like we're like 9 episodes deep, buddy. Like you need to figure it out at this point.
So fuck you, fuck Frank, and fuck me for only having you two to play with.
Wow. more Full House things.
John and I will stay towards the back and get precision.
This is a joke from real life because I said something really mean to Ty. So Ty in response would just go, whenever I talk to him.
Well, this is interesting because that was a lot of the first season. We'd be like us playing together, but I feel like we just played less video games, so that wasn't really a thing. So this is one of the few jokes where legitimately this happened. So we were like, we need to write this down for an episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd think we'd write this. This is Ty wrote all of this for us. This is how a human being acts.
Ty actually, when I think about it, Ty actually has a lot of inspirations for Harold. Remember Harold's ice joke in Campers?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
he is 100%. Because they're both like annoyingly nice, but also like weird. Like Ty's a little more odd, but like they're both very nice people who just say kind of ridiculous things in the scenario that they're in. So it's easy to kind of take stuff that Ty has done and literally just write it word for word what he did. Because, like, that's most of the thing, too. The way Frank reacts to Harold would be the exact same way I'd react to Ty.
And that was your joke. You had a joke where the audience and the laugh track misinterprets what Frank and Jessica's relationship, which is why they do that. And did you write that "Nobody hears you scream" line?
I think
Who wrote
so.
that?
Because I don't know. Maybe I didn't. Because I was gonna say, am I aware they're in space? Like, I would.
Ooh,
it's a little odd that I'd be aware the map would be space.
That is a really good point. Well, someone wrote you. I think you wrote that, so I wrote that line in to retaliate, so that Jessica like stood her ground, and then that happened, and it's one of my favorites. I really like that.
Oh, will you fuck off?
I really like these Full House things.
Stay alert, guys. Who knows where the enemy team is hiding?
Understood.
This episode's good. I don't know why people don't like it. I actually like this episode. It's different, but it just makes me laugh. There's a lot of just ridiculous things in it.
Yeah, this season is more different than anything I've ever written. I've never wrote an entire season basically of parodies, and I think that's awesome. I think it's awesome we tried something different with this season. I mean, we had to. Halo 5 was like 3 years old at this point, and we didn't have any more material.
I also think that this may have been, at one point, I vaguely remember you two muting each other, and then Ty making me say, I remember having to translate and be like, Ethan, please tell Isaiah like this. I'm like, I don't want to do this. This is... Or I'm not sure if you were muted. I think I had to say it, and you could hear him. Like,
that sounds about right. Because why would I mute Ty if he was mad at me? So yeah. Oh man, fuck a Ty.
Well, run along. I have no intention of.
Yeah, I think this episode's stuff. I don't think this is a bad episode of Halo Butt Buddies. I don't know. I feel like people think I think these are perfect. I don't. I think there's a lot of flaws, and I think Season 3 will be much better because I have a lot to improve on. But I don't think that's a bad episode still.
Yeah,
I think
it's what we had to work with. It's unique. Yeah, I think the main point is humor, and it succeeds most of the time in that. Like, very few jokes. Like that's something that I actually think is impressive in season 2. Surely some jokes I think maybe don't age as well, just because we shouldn't have wrote that. It isn't as funny, but for the most part, a lot of the jokes still hold. This 2 years in advance, because that's about what it is now. Maybe just a year for this one, but still, the fact that some of these jokes are still funny is impressive.
Nope. Well, this sucks.
That was a lot of people's favorite moment. Harold, you still being a bitch? From this episode.
What is it then? Your blow-up doll bite you?
I don't remember why it had to be me, but why did I write this? It's so creepy. It's just
it is, but I really,
so weird.
well, I wanted it to be very rapey. Like, clearly he's a predator, and the audience is thinking it's a romance, so it's just them wooing the whole time.
Yeah, please don't identify with Frank. He's not a good person.
Yeah, some people, that's alarming how many comments say I'm just like Frank or anything like that.
It's just when Jessica's dressed like that and we're also in space, no one can hear you. Shut up with the space, Frank.
And then here we go, breaking the fourth wall so hard it's like the fifth wall. It's
nice.
Me. It's just, I think I wrote this. I think you wrote something with it, and I was just like, let's just go all in with it. Let's just go crazy.
Well,
with
I think
this.
you were trying to think of an ending, and I'm like, what if we had, because we this is a callback to the season 2 trailer. No, the Patreon special. That's it. The Patreon. Yes.
My character's behind the camera in the trailer.
So it is canon, but it is that you record us. You are part of the universe in which that you record us, and we were like, we need a way to end it. And I think I maybe said, what if you came out and showed that you were recording us? That way it makes sense with the sitcom thing. It's not just there. And then you wrote a little extra Isaiah and Brian thing at the end.
Oh, and there was also a reference because we don't watch sitcoms. So one of the things in sitcoms that I didn't realize was a thing until after was like, there's moments where the characters, obviously Dante and Harold, need to reconcile, but we didn't have that. There was no time for that. So I just wrote a line where Isaiah was like, yeah, all right, now we just got to get that. It was just a thing. And then there was a moment, there was a comment where someone was like, you can't write your way out of this. Like, you can't write that the episode is inconsistent and weird, and that's an excuse. And I was like, yeah, I know. It's like, I don't know. I feel like people always think I'm trying to make excuses, but sometimes it's just like sometimes
this
you just
the
don't
joke.
know how to end something.
I don't know what to tell you.
We couldn't think of a better thing at the time. We'll do better next time, but I'm not making an excuse. I just have to end it. And then this is all me, just as Isaiah and Brian.
Which I know somebody got upset. This is one of the comments. They were upset that we kept making Butt Buddies and they didn't like it, and that you weren't making Isaiah and Brian. And I remember being like, there have been 2 Isaiah and Brian shorts since the last Halo Butt Buddies episode, and they're in this Halo Butt Buddies episode. Maybe it was an MLG Clans, but I'm like, you have gotten more Halo or more Isaiah and Brian than you have Butt Buddies during the season of Butt Buddies.
Yeah, whatever. People don't complain. If you're not my Patreon, shut up. You're not paying me.
Isaiah, the episode is everywhere.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird episode, but it's good.
It'd make even less sense if I ended the episode with a completely separate show that hasn't had a season in 3 years.
Yep.
Jesus, please don't do that.
We did
no promises.
All right, episode
right now?
whatever 24, and now we have Razzle Dazzle here.
Hey yo.
What's more fun?
Okay.
Wow, that was really gay. I thought I had something better.
That's what we bring you for.
All right, well, I guess so. For this opening, I don't remember why I had them talk about TV shows. I think it was literally.
I think we
couldn't think of anything else.
I think we were actually at Ty's dorm when we started writing this. We started writing it, and I don't know how you started writing it either, because I remember Ty and I were playing A Way Out, and then you just started asking, what are TV shows? And so we just listed a few, and then you wrote this.
I don't know. Frank's was difficult. I knew Harold's because I just consider like when I think of like TV shows now, I think of like The Office, because like Girls on Tinder only watch that on repeat. So I just thought, what was the show for Harold's like 26. So, so what's the show for like them? And I just thought that Friends. People, my older sister loves Friends.
Well, Friends works really well for Harold's character. I think that's a solid joke.
And then what's it called? Frank. I don't know. I picked some chick flick, and then Dante, just a cynical show. I think BoJack Horseman's cynical. Whereas BoJack Horseman is cynical, right? That's the word.
Yeah, I use it.
Alright, so this episode got made because we had scripted 3 episodes, and then I was like, let's make it a mini series. So I just cut those out. So we had to write 3 replacements, and it was this one, sitcom, and what was the other one?
Day in the Life of Noob.
Best joke right there.
Yeah,
Whole
that's
episode.
People like that. I think that's a really good cold open. Just because I wrote this episode because the voice actor messaged me about if the character would return. I don't remember when. I don't remember if it was the end of season 1 or before or after during season 2. But yeah. So I just thought that's a good point. The MLG didn't get a moment. Didn't get his own real episode to interact with the characters, so I did it.
Didn't I recommend this episode idea?
You might have. I don't remember.
You recommended some of it. Well, because we were pitching around an idea, and it is similar, but we were pitching around because we had a Jessica episode and a Noob episode, so this is kind of the John episode, and so we were having trouble writing a standalone John episode just because his character doesn't really work as a standalone character. And I think Isaiah had an idea for MLG clans a while ago, and we never did anything with it. So I said, what if we combine that with this? And then you told me, well, the MLG guy wanted to come back, so that was a good way to combine that whole thing.
Yeah, I think it's a fun episode. I think it's real dumb. It's just so fucking stupid. I don't know.
It's
just
butt
buddies.
And Ethan's least favorite, apparently.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't mean I think it's bad. I just think it's probably my least favorite. But I mean, like, I think a lot of people's least favorite episode is Frank the Detective, and that's one of my favorites.
I think people's least favorite is sitcom. I think people like Frank the Detective.
That's true. Sitcom is by far the least favorite. I think it was the least favorite. I think towards the latter half, Frank the Detective started getting to that point. Or the beginning, I mean, just because it was just popularity-wise, you could tell.
My apologies. Fuck you.
Yeah, I guess like Prop Hunt, Infection, and probably the season finale and season opener are like the most popular ones.
Yeah, I think those some good episodes. I think we're missing a lot, but I mean, I don't know if anything happened. I like this transition. I like some of the John jokes here because John's really hard to write for. So this is. I feel like this in Darknet I really had fun with. Just him throwing the grenade and then him looking at it and then him just not doing. I just think those are the opening and then that joke are both really good. The middle's kind of a mess.
That was very well done.
Yeah, I like it because that's actually how the plasma grenade looks on the camera.
Did you just tell me
this is a little Easter egg. One of the ways the MLG people, like, I guess, torture them is they made him dress as their clan leader, which I can't remember if I did on purpose or not, but
open up the door.
Now it is.
Come on.
From what I remember, no, I don't think you did.
I didn't, but I'm gonna say I did.
We're going to play a little game.
Considering we came up with the fight and his armor, like the last minute, I don't think you planned that.
I didn't, but I'm gonna say I did.
Oh god.
No worry, we'll fix it in post.
We don't enjoy people who talk to
Yeah, I don't know. This is definitely one of the weaker episodes, just because we were rushing the script. Like this whole middle is kind of awkwardly paced. Like I like this bit. This is my action scene bit where I did that.
How the fuck did you just break a forge up?
That's Razzle Dazzle.
Is that you high pitched? Yeah, I thought so.
I didn't tell him to do that.
I thought it'd be more fun. I don't remember why I did that.
We must be careful.
But Razzle, you didn't like this at first, but I wrote Dante's relationship with the MLG a little differently because one of the reasons he thinks he's above people is because he's better at the game than them. So it's it's a different relationship with the MLG, whose name I forgot.
I think I came around to it.
I think you did too, but I just wanted to mention that if people thought it was weird, because that's why it's just like.
Jesus Christ.
I just wanted someone who could kind of match wits with him. He couldn't just yell at and would just be yelled at.
And take it, yeah.
This is so humiliating.
I think I have a way out of this.
What?
Here's
Really?
them playing games. I think I got most of this material from Ty because I don't go in these lobbies.
Did Simon say
That's
ask?
dumb.
Well, no,
Did Simon say stand up?
But apparently shit like this actually happens, and people like them.
Who knows to trust Ty?
Very true.
Better question, why was your idea so
If people don't know who Ty is, he's Samurai, the Wheel.
Self-proclaimed fan favorite, Samurai.
That's genuinely one of my favorite jokes from season 1. Just that's Samurai. It's just like, wait, he's like, he says something and then he just goes off on them, and then he's just like, fuck off, Samurai. It's just like, what?
I don't know if that was wrote before we casted Ty as
evil ways.
And then yeah, these lights Razzle Dazzle did because I thought it'd be cool.
Is it still cool?
I think
or is it kind of lame?
No,
I like the lights.
I like the lights too. Because I found
the light looked good.
Too.
I think the chair was a good touch. That was improvised.
Yeah.
Like, let's have someone sit on the back of a mongoose in the throne.
Yeah.
Well, I
people
enjoy
like this character too.
Well, I was saying, I think Isaiah, I started writing this character, which I didn't have as much to do with this episode writing-wise than a lot of other episodes, but I do remember helping write the leader of the clan because I really wanted him to be a frat bro.
Yeah, people like that.
And he works really well as that.
Shut up and shoot.
Okay, Frank, I have another plan.
Shut up. No more plans.
Your music cues are like really good in this.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, the transitions are really good in this episode so far.
I really like transitions. I mean, that's all comes from my learning through Edgar Wright. Is just was so good for me.
Transitions are cool. You guys were on your Baby Driver kick.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we were at our Baby Driver kick when the season started. It had been a year since that movie came out at this point.
Holy shit, really? Oh yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
This is 2018, yeah.
What?
And then I don't remember. It's just this misunderstanding thing. I think it was supposed to happen a third time because I usually try to do rule of threes, but I don't think I could think of a third one.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Usually that's how it turns out. Just don't force the joke. We have a Darknet joke that never got its third.
This came out really good.
Nah. Fuck him.
Oh my god, I remember doing this last, like the music was last second and shit. Cause that was like the last thing we did, and it was like the what was it? It was like the night before, cause I had to render it.
Oh yeah, it was the night. I just kept sending you a bunch of shit. And this is the one you decided on.
And I know it's dumb, but I have to do it. I do all the sound effects before the music, so you don't hear them, but every single movement they do has a sound effect connected to it. It's a lot of work. And then I had to body act the MLG character because I'm the only one with that armor.
That shot specifically came out really great. Of him doing the slide.
Yeah, I think there's some specific moments people liked. Like I liked.
Some people hated it.
Yeah, people
Some
were like,
people.
I don't like. A lot of people just hated this because they thought we could do better, but it's like I don't like that kind of thinking because it's like we did our best. It's kind of
this is the first time either one of us has attempted something like this.
Yeah, and it's like
it came out
everything.
Fucking awesome.
I say this in the series breakdown, but everything they say is like we knew about it because that's what we do for the Darknet. It's like we knew what we were doing. You're not critiquing us because we already know. You're just saying
This is my
stuff.
favorite
Just
shot, actually.
Be nice. Be nice and
Just
enjoy
follow
the
him
shit.
going up. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it came together real nice.
I do not want to strip you of your title. If you swear to uphold a righteous and just clan,
stupid.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you look at this action scene compared to Darknet, just in what is a 3 to 4 month span comparatively, is clearly a huge improvement. Also, I really like this joke. I really love monotone John.
What are you doing?
No emotion whatsoever.
I like that. I like this little transition. Right, that was a razzle dazzle.
Do not do
I could have done better if I had more time.
Nah, it was fine. It looks good.
Because you asked me so nicely.
What's happening?
I just became the leader of this clan.
Great, that was the plan.
Oh, he has the wrong rocket
I did
launcher.
not plan on being any better.
Well, what? We'll fix it in post.
Cut it. Just cut it. I'm sorry.
It really is.
Well, I plan on doing things a little different. I'm going for more.
I like the
black
plot.
and
I
outside vibe.
even still
You know,
now I
red
feel like we
cause
could have done more with
chaos,
him, but
just
I don't really know
You are
what it would have
such a
been.
dick.
He's not coming
Should
back.
I even
But
bother rehashing
yeah.
the whole join
I don't
speech?
know.
I will never.
I like the character,
Yeah,
but
he's
I also
with us.
don't know
By
if
the
we
way,
did
John,
enough
this
with
is
him
going a
still.
little long,
What do you
so
think,
let's wrap it
Ethan?
up.
I
I
mean,
agree.
I don't know.
I think it's fine.
Okay.
I think this is a solid send off for. Yeah, I'm not really sure unless we had another clans episode, which
We'll see what Halo 6 has. If it,
I guess.
It'll have something.
But I
like
mean,
that.
even then, it wouldn't really make
Maybe
sense of
they
them.
don't like being
Yeah.
whistled at like dogs.
I mean, he got a second chance in season 2, and Barf didn't. So there's something.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna need to change some things.
We refuse to be left out.
Yeah, wait, what's happening in here?
The MLG
I wonder
betrayed
if that
us,
voice
and we
actor
have
still
to
watches
stop
the
him.
show. I
They're the rest of the
100%
We
doubt
locked
it.
them in the
But I
cages.
mean, he
I'm
had a
like,
big part in it.
Seriously?
Holy shit! How's this for your moment of triumph?
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, this
Aw,
is
is
just.
someone
I like
jealous?
this joke.
You mad I have friends that show up when I call them?
You didn't call us.
Yeah, and I swear to God, you better not start
Yeah,
whistling.
I don't know. I really like that moment. I was just.
Oh,
But
fuck off,
you
dude.
didn't
I'm
whistle
not a
at us, and
child.
this is
How
like,
old
you
are
better
anyway?
not start.
23.
Well, I do enjoy the
substantially older than 23.
sort of play off of
23-year-old
Dante,
taking
Frank,
this
and
so
Harold. While they are
You
technically
suck.
friends,
suck.
neither of them they simultaneously
Careful.
like and
I cannot
dislike
deal with
each
this
other.
So I need all the assistance
Yeah,
I
I'll
can.
stop you right there, Lego.
And so
Mama.
yeah,
I
they
don't
won't
care.
give them
This
that
is the
much.
prophet's back. Those guys should still be in
They
the
won't
shop.
give you that much credit.
I'm sure I'll say this earlier in the commentary also, but just at this point, I mean, I think like 2 episodes in, I just stopped writing, or I just stopped actually using what I write for the Frank insults, or yeah, the Frank insults to John, and would just, like, at some point I just put Frank insult here.
Yeah, you would say Ethan. It was just Ethan and like John insult. It was something, and I was like, okay. Which I would always do yours, and then I'd give you like a million other takes of just me talking.
I don't know how you keep coming up with the new ones, and they're all amazing.
It's just weird words I think of.
What do you plan on doing?
Alright, and then that's MLG clans.
Fun and making
And
friends.
Harold
Yeah.
Everyone to
still
be
technically
nice
has
and
that
friendly
clan. I don't
to
know
each
if we'll
other.
ever
I'll
bring that
encourage
back
playing
though.
fairly and
That's a great ending. I gotta give you props on that one.
I don't care how many
Fucking
headshots you
awesome.
avoid. It looks
Alright,
fucking stupid.
that cut was probably seamless, but we had to stop and then start again for
What
reasons
are you
I don't
talking
know.
about? It was seamless. Shut up.
It might have been seamless. I don't know.
Now we'll fix it in post. See, we're carrying over the joke.
The last thing I was gonna say was I never said this in the episode, but in MLG clans the idea was kind of that John brought Dante so that he could be head of the clan, but then that I didn't mention that. That's just kind of my head. I mean, it's canon.
No one else.
That's
get that.
canon, but yeah, it was just in my head. But now everyone knows, and Dante didn't get it.
Yeah, all the 3 people watching this.
All right, I got like 3,000 views last one, so check
5,000.
yourself. 5,000, 5,000. That's more than your fucking life.
Aw, are you sad? You add another shiny light to your video.
Oh, we're missing the hilarious joke at the expense of serious machinima.
But it is definitely not glorified.
What the?
I didn't see a ton of comments. I saw a decent bit of comments on the actual live chat of this, but I don't think I saw a ton about the machinima stuff in the actual comments.
To be fair, it's like 30 seconds of an hour. It's
It
like
is.
you.
It's
you
not going
can't
to be-
comment all of
people
it
will
every
forget.
day.
call with a client went on forever. Who did you meet today?
We're reminded Harold is a lawyer. I also, this is like a thing I probably learned from like Community, where you start kind of in the middle. That's actually an Edgar Wright technique, where you start in the middle of an action instead of at the beginning. But just the idea was that they were literally in an episode where they met crouch jumpers and they got them to leave. I just like to make it seem like they do things. Same with Twitch streamer, where they do things off screen.
Yeah.
This is changing people's expectations.
That was a
with
good joke. Which one of you was that?
That was,
That was
so
him.
funny, yeah.
Oh, great transition right there.
Yeah, I really like those.
And he's a green forge ball now.
Yes.
Movie magic.
Oh, I see you found the shadowy spot of the map.
And then this is revealed later, but he's the hacker's in there because he thinks Harold's a kid. Because he would have a new account and a new. I mean, I guess he would have a year in, but you know, it's a new account compared to people who have like us, who we have like 10 years in because.
Yeah,
Xbox 360.
I'm kind of mad the hacker looks more yellow than orange.
Yeah, you know, lighting is weird in Halo 5, so it's all we could do.
He's supposed to be like a pumpkin.
Yeah, I think I like the orange color scheme in a lot of things.
He was originally red, but then we made the MLG guy red. I didn't want to do it twice in a row.
That line was added because we thought the cut into the opening
yeah,
didn't fit.
it's just, that was just so hard to fix. I don't know.
And then I specifically hope people would actually think the intro, that the opening, I don't know, I didn't see any chat about it, but I thought people would think the video was corrupt or something when that shaking started happening. So I really like that bit.
God.
This is all razzle dazzle.
This was improvised, but it came out so good.
Razzle dazzle. I think everything you've done was improvised.
Yeah, that's very true.
You have never had a plan for anything.
Noob standing or turned around. I think people were talking about that in the chat.
Yeah, someone mentioned that. Wait, I think that was Ethan. Shit.
I did. I mentioned it in our group chat. I was like, oh, I just realized this, but I find that really funny.
Indeed.
This was all added because I didn't like the fact this scene in the writing. This scene starts from when Harold comes in, but I really didn't like the idea that they were just standing there. So then me and Ethan wrote this bit where they had a season finale without Harold, and they thought that was the end.
When you came up with this idea, I don't know if I contributed to it.
You're probably in the party because I think it was like literally just this doesn't work, and we needed to.
I specifically remember me and Ethan laughing our asses off because we came up with this, or somebody came up with it.
I don't think it was me. I don't think I would come up with something like that.
I do like this joke a lot of the I lost my identity. Congrats, who are you gonna be now?
It's okay.
All right, well, relax. Okay, you're a guest.
Yeah, me trying to use the Swiss shot.
He just
I don't know if that's what foreshadowing means.
It's not. He's always been. Yeah, technically he's
foreshadowing to
on.
the audience.
No, I'm really scared, guys.
I guess. I mean, in theory, sure.
It's hints. It's so that it doesn't come out of nowhere. It's like, and it shouldn't to anyone who pays attention.
Yeah.
But they said bad stuff.
Calm down, Harold. The obvious course of action would be to
Find this guy and beat him up.
No, you shut up.
Fucking noob.
Noob
I like Noob because she's so hard to write for it that it's literally just what random thing can Noob say and then someone can tell her to shut up. Just that's basically the epitome of the character. I think it got cut because I think it was a little. I didn't feel like it felt, but Ethan had a joke where he was just like, where Frank says to Noob, "So this is what your character is now." Where he just, it was really good, but for some reason I can't remember why, but it didn't fit.
Remember, teamwork makes the dream work.
How are all of you like this?
The early foreshadowing that they should just call customer support.
I will assist you all in your quest.
It's a solid joke that gets brought up a lot.
Let me get this straight. You want to go into the darknet, literally
Their
the worst
adventure
place
music.
on the internet,
And I'm looking at the chat like everyone's.
beat him up.
Yeah, some people understood that Frank. I mean, you know, some people can find a nice guy attractive. They don't have to be gay, you know.
I do not.
Yeah, there's plenty of dudes being a straight man that I can find attractive and not personally be attracted to them.
But he is definitely bi.
You're such a creep.
Jessica?
Well, I've always explained it, and I may have even said this in the previous director's commentary because I think there was an episode, but Frank is bi, but Frank is just, in my opinion, a sexual person. I don't think gender plays into any of that, so it's not like he prefers, which is being bi, but I mean, he just likes sex. Now, he has his limitations, which keep him from being a morally awful person, but yeah, he's just a pervert.
And this is where the famed pedo Joe comes in. Minecraft music plays in the background.
We missed the clams for brains joke. That one's definitely my favorite.
It's 3 words, Russell Dazzle. We didn't miss it. You just went over it.
Oh, we did?
Just now. You just saying clams for brains happened is the epitome of what we can say. But yeah, there's a lot of good Ethan names in this. He calls him John for the first time in this episode.
Do I?
Yeah, that
right,
was an important moment when he says, "Go, John."
Right.
That's his
he
sign.
doesn't call him a name. Yeah, okay, that's right. I remember.
Because I think in this scene, actually, in this scene, when he's going through the guys, and I think he says, and John, and then luckily I caught that, and I changed it to Clamps for Brains, yeah. So I had to get that changed because I had to make sure he only says John once.
We pedophiles are actually very
We almost didn't get this voice actor back. I think that's Forrest M. I want to say he's in the army and he was away. And just like while I was working on this, because it took me 6 months, he had time to come back, so I had time to put the lines in.
Don't bother saying that. They don't listen to ideas that make sense.
Yeah.
Oh,
returning from community manager.
Yeah. Was your identity really
I don't know if people will even remember. It's such a short little bit.
It is.
But so I don't know if people will remember unless.
I do not like what you're
It's a really creepy bit.
You know, after all the House of Cards stuff, though, it does seem kind of fitting.
Oh, true. I didn't even think about that.
We were so ahead of our time.
Oh, this is an Ethan joke where Pedo Joe keeps misinterpreting what Dante is saying.
I really like this.
It came out good.
This guy gets it.
Stop misinterpreting what I said.
Oh my god.
So weird.
What the hell is wrong with you?
You see, friends, for now I just
People, there was a comment that was like, this is, I don't know, it's just, the pedophiles are obviously a big part of it, but I mean, that's what's in the darknet. I looked it up. I looked up a list of things that people use it for. Pedophile shit was like #1, then it was like journalists, and then it was like selling passports and shit. So I tried to fit it all in, but obviously with Frank's character, that
worked really well.
That's another one of my favorite jokes where people just really insult Frank. And it's like, I don't.
It happens a lot.
It really does. They're brutal in this episode.
It is. It's just like, he's just like, I'm already depressed, man. I don't need this.
You have some weird fucking friends, Frank.
Yeah, that's fair.
So how does this thing work?
You just walk through the portal.
And that's another portal. I didn't know how else to do this.
Because we don't know if there will be one inside.
Still a game, Harold.
Well, hello.
And this is when it's revealed that Noob is a girl, and I guess I'll say it for like the 15th time. I just got a comment that asked is Noob transgender, and it's just like I don't know how I guess people just don't get it in the Life of Noob episode that it's a different
there's just
kid.
multiple. The one in this episode's a girl. In other episodes it's not, but in this episode it is. Like,
I don't know if we just didn't do it right or people don't get it.
No,
I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it was a preconceived notion that it was a male, and it's the same voice actor. I can get it to a degree, but when they spell it out in front of you with the characters, it's just, I mean, that's it. You either get it or you don't.
Yeah, and we even made it super clear, because people noticed in the comments, why does Noob sound different? Why is this Noob a girl? And then it's like, and then the man has the whole speech about... And that's the end of the first act, by the way. And then the man has the whole speech.
You wanted just that like purple transition, and then I went ahead and just made that for you.
Yes, that was very. I really like that. It was a lot of work to get that to sync because it's the colors are different.
I really like it, but in reality, he was like, "No, just give me the transition." Like, no. I can do this cool thing. You were not having it at the time.
So, what's the plan, guys?
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to get this. It took so long. I like this.
This is an idea we had a while ago, before the episode's out, because I wanted to do something where we split up the group, and I really wanted to Frank, John, and Noob together, because Frank despises both of them, and then give the the other set of characters time to get on their own. So we thought it would be a really good idea to split them up. So in that scene where Frank tries to take charge, everybody just fucking leaves him.
Yeah, and then the guy you see walking in the background is my attempt to make it seem like people, like this is the universe is alive, basically, which is really hard when you don't have enough body actors. Just, God, was this hard. Yeah, and the game doesn't work. You think it worked? I couldn't tell. It was so annoying. It's just like, I just needed someone to walk in the background. And then it was also like, it's hard, you can't have people leave and come back because the armor changes. So I couldn't have someone leave, change their armor, come back so I can use that same video file. I'd have to have them leave, or I'd have to end it and then start it again, just have someone walking in the background. It was ridiculously overcomplicated, so I just had to do what I could.
I still can't believe somebody actually called out in the comments, like, was that the fire team?
Yeah, that's
characters.
That was something I didn't tell you about. You were body acting, so you found out, but I tried to sneak it in that I just had the guy you voiced dress in your series armor. Go watch the Fire Team on YouTube. Also, there's a hint to Frank changing to hitting on guys in that scene that I wrote in, where he says, when you're really into porn, you just kind of do that.
Because some of my old friends are having their weekly pedo meeting in there.
And why is it?
And then here's the B plot, which I like a lot more. Does it feel like the B plot is a B plot, or does it feel like the B plot is the A plot?
I think it feels like the B plot just because it's a side.
Okay.
I think story-wise it doesn't feel, but I agree. I do like the B plot more than the A plot. But I
Which
don't
is
think
weird. Yeah, that one was because until the
is good.
Pedo Mo stuff. Yeah, it's good. It's really good. And until the Pedo Mo stuff, I was like, this is just something for Frank to do. But then it easily became my favorite B plot. Like I like the B plot immediately more.
What works really well is for us. It definitely varies, but I definitely think the consistent opinion is the favorite characters are Dante, probably Harold and Jessica. Besides John. John tends to be up there with Dante.
I cannot believe that. Genuinely, as the writer, it blew my mind that he had like 35% of the popularity polls.
Yeah, well, it's all the serious characters. They don't tend to they like the jokes, but they like the fact that he's just an overpowered character. That's the appeal to the audience that watches it. But,
wait, what did he get?
He got it was 38% for Dante, 35% for John, and then 13% for Frank, and 8% for Harold and Jessica, which I found insane.
I was
Harold
really
and
close.
Frank.
I guessed Frank and John were the favorites.
Oh, this is the shot where you hear Ty die in the background because John literally runs up, kills the guy, and then comes back and then kills this guy.
I had no idea that was Ty.
You fucking donkey-brained idiot.
Your acquaintance has a high position.
Oh yeah. Frank, interestingly enough, is simultaneously a lot of people's favorites, but also people hate him. I've seen comments where people do not like him, which he's not a likable character. But I have seen some people. It's weird when you read the comments and they go, "I relate to Frank the most," and I go, "That's probably not good."
You should do that. You might have some problems.
Harold and Frank are my favorites, definitely.
Yeah, I think they were really fun to write this season.
Yeah, and I definitely think that are just where season 1 was an emphasis on Dante was definitely the main character with those two getting more time as it progressed. Season 2 really let Frank and Harold shine, and a lot of the side characters. Towards the end, we got more Dante moments.
This is the conspiracy theorist, another thing that is in the darknet that I put in.
The Area 50 stupid. That's pretty good.
That's it. You know what? I was watching. I had that joke was in Isaiah and Brian. That's a joke that I've always had in my head. I was watching fucking Looney Tunes Back in Action just because I was bored. I got that joke from that shitty fucking movie. I think I watched it as a kid and it was just stuck in my head. That movie is terrible. You are crazy. That is a bad movie. It just ends and they're like, we were in a movie the whole time. What?
That's awesome.
And then he punches a guy and it's like, wait, was that bit not the movie? And it was like, what is this movie? Fuck that. He's so stupid.
Damn it, everything looks so different.
And then, yeah, I don't know if there was anything else to say about that scene. But what was it? Was Star Wars Cantina music was playing the whole time outside of it?
Yeah.
Was it? Outside of it? I thought it was just inside.
I had it very low, and then I had it kind of louder when they got closer. Oh, I forgot. When they enter the darknet, the music that's playing is the bar song from Red vs. Blue season 14, the Locust and Felix episode. There was one person who noticed that. That was one of my little Easter eggs.
I saw that in the credits, and I was like, where the fuck did he put that?
Yeah, a little nice little Easter egg. I had some Easter eggs in here.
I feel a disturbance.
Are you sure you don't feel like...
What I do find interesting with this scene, Frank going, "We will all proceed to call you gay," and that will be the end of it. That he still uses gay as an insult, even though he's sexually attracted to men.
That's the internet.
Yeah, no, we're just looking around to see if we fit in.
That's what the cop who took Pedo.
And this is the same voice actor who played Pedo Joe, because I couldn't find anyone to do it better. I don't know. They're pedos, they can sound the same. I don't care.
Yeah, they all look the same, so.
I think in my head they're cousins. Just fun fact. Cousin pedos. They just, They just get each other. I think I saw this bit in a meme where I saw where it was like a guy, it was like a grown man and a little girl, and like on the inside of the grown man was a little boy, and it was like really fucking creepy. So I had him say that. It's just really gross.
Which I work well because I think I wrote the. Are you in like the love kid sense or like a social worker sense? And then he was just like, neither. And then I think you finished that with that, which worked really well.
You're in denial.
Incorrect.
This bit is dumb.
Just
Just incorrect.
Can't accept who you are yet.
Also incorrect.
I like that pedophiles just assume things about people. All the pedophiles just don't listen to anybody.
Great. And what brings you here?
That's they suck.
Yeah, no, ignore him. We need to talk to Petal.
Yeah, just I really like this B plot because this was the first thing I filmed too, because I just filmed the B plot and then the A plot and then just put them together.
Oh, that's silly. I really like that joke. That joke still makes me laugh.
Wait, which one?
The you think he just goes around meeting people? That's silly. You're silly for thinking that.
Oh, but I don't know if
That's
anyone
just
noticed
you say that all the time.
Isaiah says that. No, I don't say that. That's Isaiah. Isaiah says it's 100% Isaiah. Isaiah calls people stupid doing that all the time.
I don't know if anyone noticed, but in the shot where Pedo Mo has the over the shoulder, he has his reticle is over noob. Just another little thing I did.
Why did you do that?
Because that's where he's targeting noob.
Which is saying a lot considering the people we've met so far.
Yeah, then there's background. I couldn't. I don't know because I wanted to. This scene didn't come out the way I wrote it. It was supposed to be kind of like a panning shot where you kind of heard a bunch of Easter eggs of different characters, and like you heard that, and then it would cut back to them. But I couldn't get the people, and it just didn't work. So I just had to kind of have it layered in the background, and you can definitely hear the Misfits. I don't know if you can hear. I think it's Oddman Out. And what's the other one? Or is it just Oddman Out?
It was just.
I think it's just Oddman
The fire
Out.
team was supposed to be in here, but then I said, I didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, you didn't want.
Well,
to
I
do
couldn't
it
get
anymore.
Jake actually.
Oh yeah, that was it.
Fine, leave then, you stupid tall person.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
would you
this
happen
is
to
a
know
joke
where I
from
can find that
SpongeBob.
hacker? It's okay. Take
And the
your
start of
time.
it's the God, it's dark in here. Running joke.
Dark in here.
How much will it cost?
And it didn't fit in, but they're like, he's like, that's another thing in the darknet. They're like selling passports or something, something like that. I don't know how Bitcoin works. I had to fit that in.
That bit?
Yeah, it was a deal. He was selling him something, and the idea is passports.
Who I am isn't important. I think I have the information you're looking for.
It's I just looked up a list of stuff that people do in the darknet and wrote it down.
Update my blog.
Huh. Seems legit. What's the information?
This is the journalist who's a little spy for the hacker.
I'm in the information business. It's good to know who goes in and out of here. That hacker isn't a huge name, but
I actually don't remember. I don't remember
So is that a lie?
very much.
He said he runs the place.
We're gonna beat him up.
Yeah, that was a lie. She works for him,
Gotcha.
basically. The closest they get to someone helping them is the conspiracy theorist, who I guess, I don't know, doesn't work for him. And when she says eyes everywhere, that she's talking about the hacker, but they don't listen and they just keep going.
That's actually kind of funny. I like that.
Yeah, because he says I have eyes everywhere. He literally says what she says.
Bingo.
And if all of our
Did we just lose Isaiah?
No, he's good.
You mean no? What?
Oh,
Oh,
you just.
was
It sounded like you got cut off.
Oh, I kind of like readjusted my seat.
It'd be bad for my rep if I helped
But
newbies
no,
take down what
and I'm the editor, so I lose you two. So yeah, take that.
Understood.
I am so proud of you,
You're
Frankie.
such a
Take that,
dick,
Resident
nonstop.
Well, I do have friends, but it's not the
These two want to work together.
Yeah, I do.
I would also be interested in learning this information.
Oh, come on, Mo.
I don't think anyone wanted this, but I think after listening to it, I really wanted the what's it called from episode 5? It's called the Mariah Nikki Sad Song to come back.
Oh, the Get the Flag?
Yeah, Get the Flag. That's it.
Yeah.
That song. I had that song come back. It's just Frank's sad song. I really like that because no one recommended. I had sent you guys the you know, I sent you guys the first version. You gave me your critiques. No one said anything about it, so I just added it in myself. But yeah, I knew this about Frank from the beginning, that his parents died.
Man, you remember all of this, huh?
My parents.
I just, in my head, Frank was like, if Batman was poor and didn't want to, and just got super depressed when his parents died.
That wallet joke always gets me every time I watch it.
I did not. Well, we showed it to him. Child porn, but he wasn't into it.
And then this is an unintentional callback to the short that I hate, Get On, where Frank says it is not, specifies that the weird porn he is looking at is not child porn.
Sounds like it, but it's not.
It's not on purpose at all.
When I met Dante and Harold, I just started spending all my time with them. You guys are really helpful when all of my supposed friends disappear.
And then I don't know, I just really like these moments.
Perfect timing.
I think the kind of emotional complex of the episode is in this is in the B plot.
What happened?
Oh, we didn't even talk about my favorite joke of just random names that rhyme with pedo. I have so many stupid naming jokes. I don't know what made me think of that. I just thought
Chloe is one, and I'll let you know, if you read the script, he didn't spell Chloe right for how he wrote it. It's Chloe still.
Listen, Chloe, I spelled Chloe the way they spell it in Finding Nemo, and her name is Chloe. Also, there's a girl pedo, because girls can be pedos too. It's 2018. Get over it.
Get over yourself.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Why is everyone looking at me?
There's Noob with one of her famous, just random one-liners.
Oh, I actually snuck in an Easter egg. One of those pedos was dressed up as Captain from the fire team.
Yeah, I saw you say that in the comments. I didn't know that. You should have fit in a
Jake
Jake one.
Captain was not very pleased when I told him about that. At the time,
Shouldn't look so much like a pedophile.
I was not aware it was going to be a scene full of pedophiles.
That is awesome.
So let's just recap how
Oh man, that is great.
Oh Jesus.
Here's Ethan's favorite characters.
I remember we tried getting so many people for this, and Isaiah said, "Fine, I'll do it since everybody wants me to." I mean, I don't think anyone's going to get upset about it, but like if they did,
there's no actual stereotype. There's no like Hispanics are lazy.
What do you
mean?
They
have a bunch of babies.
They
just say food.
You think that's not a stereotype? You think Spanish people end their sentences with, "Oh yeah, taco"? You think they go with the stereotypical Mexican food?
I don't see why they wouldn't.
I do like "No Way, Jose." I think that's funny.
Those are the prices, guys. I guarantee you'll make the points back. This does not
There was a line about them being in a gang instead of a clan, and I changed that.
It's a shame. Like buying from you.
Here's a quick tip. Maybe do
He looks really yellow in this. Oh my god.
He does look really yellow. Is that his secondary color? Is it supposed to look like that?
No, it's pumpkin. I'm actually upset about this. We filmed this like halfway through us doing the final battle, and then you brought in the Sentinel beam, and I'm like, fuck, the Sentinel beam looks so good.
Yeah, we probably should have had him change. Having the DMR was kind of probably the only, not even a real mistake, but like,
lost.
We could have done something cool. Yeah, we could have done something way cooler with the weapons. We got a little bit out of the 343 fight, but we could have gotten more. Oh, he's talking to the journalist here. That's why he's talking about the
I lost my goddamn mind when I heard this the first time, because the person speaking on the phone is like it's going. I couldn't breathe. I don't know what about that I found so funny, but
it's classic cartoon on the phone on the other line thing, but that's a Onion from Steven Universe. I have that as in my audio files as phone voice.
It's a one-sided telephone call.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, this is as emotional I could get in the A plot because of all the fucking jokes.
Your information stolen too.
Don't worry about all that, Harold.
But
Yeah.
John and I won't
They're
die.
just they're good friends.
What are friends for if we don't help you out of stupid?
I think in the original, in the script, it says Harold says, "What about
No problem.
John and he says Frank, John and or he says Frank, no, he says Frank and Noob, and then she says what about him, but it just didn't flow right, so I had to cut that out.
As many times as I have to so I can understand. What the fuck, Mo?
I'm sorry I have to do this to you, Frankie, but he's
More
than
pedo
a
Mo.
small-time scammer.
And pedo Mo's supposed to be like, I guess I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know if all pedos are creepy. I don't interact with pedophiles, but he's supposed to be like really charismatic, and that's like his whole thing. And Tatsumari did a fantastic job.
Imagine how I feel. He got rid of Pedo Joe. Listed his
And he killed
address
Pedo
and
Joe.
history to the cops.
Because I don't think you can have a pedophile in a thing and not have them killed or something.
Actually, he was talking about going to playgrounds, so that may be.
It's like having clan members or something like that. Having people from the Ku Klux Klan. You gotta just make them look ridiculous or kill them.
So if you give us that sacrifice,
Do not call Noob a sacrifice.
Fine. If you give us
These are some of my
child,
just.
not only will we not kill you,
I think I did John very well this episode because he's so hard to write jokes for that just him being like he's a straight man to a straight man. He's just so serious in this. It's just it works so well.
I really like that bit.
Well, he's still a snack, and then
he's still a snack. I'm delicious.
All we have to do is kill their avatar, and their information gets sent.
And I just stole this from RB and the Chief, but it's not a main plot point, so I don't think it's a problem.
Okay.
Frank, what are you doing?
And then this is I think this song is actually called Hymns of the Covenant because John has a whole Covenant feel thing.
I wonder what gave you that idea. The Sangheli armor?
Oh yeah. I hope that armor is in Halo 6 because that's like the best. Is that the best armor?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it's
most,
really up
it's
there.
One of the most popular, so I have a good feeling it's going to be in the next game.
I apologize, Noob.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind most of the armors as long as they just don't make a billion variants of the same one.
Alright, you can have the kid.
No, a lot of them are awful. I really wish
Yeah,
they
but
didn't.
I mean I don't wear them.
Alright, his name is James Jonathan.
And then this is there's like 5 fake outs. Here's one of them where it kind of seems like this might work. I don't know if anyone actually thought the name might work, but you know, just gotta sneak that in.
He has your internet history, doesn't he?
Oh yeah.
Oh, thought we were friends. I honestly can't believe you do this.
I mean, I fuck kids, dude. I don't think
I stretched it just to get as much in as I could, and then I wish I had gotten a shot of him getting back up and turning around there, like in that same shot, but I didn't have it. And it was just there's just no time. Just this took so long.
Obviously, I was tricking him.
Oh, and we missed it. That's where he calls him John for the first time, or the first and I guess second time.
I have a flight to book.
And he kills them. Which one's Captain? The blue one?
Yeah, dark blue one.
Yay!
There you are. For a second there, I thought you didn't get my signal. Also, how the
Well,
fuck-
I think he makes a perfect pedophile.
I think he makes an excellent pedophile. And you make an excellent guy who likes to watch Asian girls slowly eat bananas.
Why'd you do that instead of? Wait, you didn't trust me, did you?
You should have said something. We could have had Captain be the other one.
Sorry, guys.
Or what's the other guy's name? Jake?
Jake be the other one?
Yeah, we could have
Jake
Jake
would
be the
play
other
a
one.
perfect pedophile.
That is one of the worst.
I don't think he had his mic's acting up or something.
Or no, his armor.
Every sentence he could,
Oh.
he genuinely seemed like an awful friend.
Oh my god.
Well, the guy in the background that was walking was Jake, right?
I'm very sorry that you lost a companion, Frank. I appreciate you not
That I yelled to.
sacrificing Noob.
Oh, what, I don't know. I don't know your friend's armor.
It was.
Oh, okay, cool. There we go. We
Yeah,
got all
all
of them
three.
in.
But I have better friends now. And Mo.
And, yeah, this is just Frank's nice little speech.
Instead of actually going outside or getting help, but I wonder how things.
Yeah, I don't know. When I figured out that we could do this, that just kind of snapped and made this like my favorite bit.
Yeah.
Like they say it. He says it right there. How do people not understand?
Let's go save the others.
He just flat out
Yeah, I
said
don't
it
know.
was his turn.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't.
To be fair, Life of Noob is not that popular of an episode, so depending on when people tuned into this episode, they might not have watched it.
Actually, at
it
this point, more
surpassed it
people
in
have
views.
seen this episode than
Yeah.
have seen it. Oh yeah, this made the entire joke worth it just for Harold's bit.
I do
Spanish
like that.
cuisine.
I do like that. I like that he goes, I'll talk like one of those guys we met. Don't do that.
Actually used anywhere but
with the darknet, 343
Hey,
up on the
it's
radar.
chemical.
This is also the announcer from Griffball.
Yeah.
Even in the darknet? Yep.
I had him dressed up as the same armor as the announcer from Griffball because
this is what he does as a side business.
Yeah. He's got a dark life. He's got a secret life that most people don't know about. Bringing the customer support back.
Now that's what I like to hear. With him gone, there'll be a lot less competition.
All right, how much
Yep.
for the weapons?
I'm trying to remember. I think in the original version I had them say something similar, but I can't remember. I'm not listening. I can't really hear it, and I'm not sure if I kept that.
Rec point inflation's a serious thing.
Oh, and this is our Bitcoin reference that neither of us knew about Bitcoin, so I didn't know what the fuck we were doing.
Cool, neither does anyone from your audience, so this must have been
Yeah, well,
great.
God, even paying someone is complicated.
I think people liked it enough, but yeah, I don't know shit about Bitcoin.
We hurry this up.
It's been a pleasure doing business with you. Good luck.
I do like that the people in the world are just becoming self-aware enough that they tell the jokes and they get upset that nobody else can tell jokes.
I think that's I added a line for the hacker where he was just like, "You guys aren't the only ones who can tell jokes, you know," just as a reference to that scene. A lot of running jokes in this episode. Didn't get to 3, but got to 2.
Listen and see if he says anything we can use.
And I think that was the end of Act 2. I think that's where I ended Act 2, and then this is Act 3. Had to get rid of that thing, so that's him walking around. Luckily, it kind of worked. And this, I wish I could have done this cooler, but yeah, he controls. He knows how to use scripting stuff, so that was a really cool element of the fight scene and everything.
I think it came out pretty fine.
Is that you? How's it going, man? What? How did you?
And then Laughing Block gets to really shine starting here. Just the villain who's always in control.
God damn, he killed it. Absolutely killed it.
Yeah, and there's the tie it all around. It all ties up so nicely. And this is literally like, man, I'm trying to think. This is 4 months of work at least right here just to get this first 30 minutes done, and then there's a good another 20 minutes of footage. And then here's one of my favorite moments that came out perfectly.
That came out great.
Harold, don't fuck with him. Hey, I was still.
You guys didn't do anything though. We need action.
And then
I like that he still has the sword from what's it called? MLG Clans.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember why I did that, but it was just like kind of just felt like he should. And there was nowhere to put it in the fight scene, so that's where I had him pull it out here.
We had one of the suggestions we had or plans for the fight was he calls like members of his clan with the sword.
Yeah.
And then I forgot what we were gonna do with it, but they were like all super nice and not helpful whatsoever.
Yeah, we'll see. We might be able to use that in the future. I like the idea of in season 3 Harold just running a clan. I think that could be interesting. We'll see. Well, it's literally 2 years away, possibly, or I guess a year and 9 months away. So we'll see. And then I had to change the location of this, so that's why I just had to turn Dante around because the idea was Dante could kind of see Frank from the side. But because I had to move where they were on the map because that spot worked better, I couldn't rewrite that bit, so I just had to turn around. Just nobody thought too much about it, which you shouldn't. And then I don't know if people thought just a bunch of moments were just supposed to be. I wonder if people will think this is where the episode ends. And I tried to see how many times I could do that before it does finally end.
Well, we're watching.
I mean, all they gotta do is click 1 second and go.
No,
there's still 30 minutes left.
That's why I use the premiere function though, because you don't get to see that.
Oh, that's a good point.
That was like half of why I wanted to do it.
Well, you tricked a couple people. We saw it in the comments, right? With that bit.
Yeah, I'll get to the moment specifically when people started saying shit and they didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. Oh, we missed it. There's some moments of John's narcissism in there where he's staring at the gun Frank has, and he's like, maybe I should. Oh wait, that actually comes back, and this is That's
This
an
is a
Ethan
great
joke.
joke.
Fucking phenomenal joke.
Really hard to cut that together.
Really old, really fast.
Double zombie.
I don't know. I like the idea of him instead of saying triple zombie, he says it's double zombie.
I would also like an attempt.
This is so stupid.
Which mathematically is incorrect, but yeah.
This was I was is this yeah, this is where the song's about to come. This was not in the script. I was looking for a song, found out I could do this, and then I just kind of went with it. Oh, this was originally supposed to be a chase scene, but Razzle Dazzle didn't have time to film it, and I didn't want to do it, so I just said, fuck it, how can I get around that? And that's where this whole bit came from. It's just so fun. Wait, let's see, and there's me with popcorn. I think that's it. What was it? I was just working on this one day, and I just sent a picture to Razzle Dazzle. I was like, does this look good?
I had no idea. Like, he just sent it out of the blue. No context. Like, sure?
Yeah. And this is where I fake people out. People thought that's where the episode ended, and they're like, well, that was anticlimactic. Wow, that's bad writing. And I was like, you just wait another minute. I'll tell you, you dumb piece of shit. telling me how I'm a bad writer. How dare you?
We just went back to that map and improvised.
The fuck did you say?
Yeah, so originally none of this was in it because the idea was they would have a chase scene through the darknet. He would split into 6 and chase each one of them individually, and then they'd end up on the same map. I think this works way better. But yeah. I'm looking at the live chat right now. It would say he said lazy writing. Yep. Nah, just disappointed, and I was just sitting there like, I have no idea.
So what are we gonna do about my information?
I just saw my comment. I said, "Is it lazy though?" Fucking fools. And then here's where shit goes down. This is all razzle dazzle.
I had so much fun with this.
Music, we got the music all right. I think this action scene was frustrating just because of the fact that it was like 3 or 4 days straight. We were like, okay, there's only a day's worth of work left on this. Let's finish it. And it just kept not being finished. It's insane.
It got pushed back like a week post what you guys said it was gonna be.
Yeah, it was. Oh my god, it was crazy because it was literally like it was just sound effects. Then it was like, okay, now it's just music. Music took like 12 hours.
Oh my god, it was awful.
I don't even want to think. I'm so happy it's done. I'm so fucking happy. I was gonna make that more orange, but Razzle Dazzle didn't like it, so I didn't do it.
I'm kind of upset with that scene a little bit because you don't really get to see all the rocks in the building blow up behind you, and then all the pieces of the building that blew up are stopped in air. It's just more implied.
Yeah. And then this is how we make a fight scene without having all 6 of them. I got this from Infinity War because in Infinity War he frequently would get rid of one person so they could have a fight with Doctor Strange, then have a fight with Iron Man. Then and that was just
which just for my own thing here, I remember pitching to him Infinity War ideas. Isaiah, who loves Marvel movies, by the way, and I was met with, no, that's stupid. We're not doing that. And then he went to go do Infinity War ideas later anyways. Like, it was legitimately one of those scenes where it's like, what if we did it like Infinity War? And then he goes, Ethan, shut up, I'm thinking. I have an idea. What if we did it like Infinity War?
That is not an exaggeration whatsoever. That was basically improvised, that whole John bit. It came out really good for it.
Yep, and this was my, like, the things that are my idea to trap Frank and Harold, my idea to get rid of John, and then I also I directed with, these are ideas I want, where the characters do this, and then Razzle Dazzle did the magic, where I was like, Dante and Jessica should have a fight scene because they're the like skilled players that aren't John, and then
originally
it
this
together
got pushed so far backward, like it kept this
last
fight
bit
kept
we did
getting pushed back and back. This is originally supposed to be a whole thing where the hacker spawned one of those griff balls, which are bombs, and we wanted Dante and Jessica to start like jumping through this like giant course that's scripted, passing the ball back and forth when the hacker kind of like stops them. And then eventually they would get the bomb to the hacker, throw it at him, and then shoot the bomb, blowing it up.
God, I think this bit comes together so perfectly. Just the way it flashes them,
And it
so
went with the
it
music.
goes so
we got
well
so
together.
fucking
Yes.
lucky with this music. We would just put it in and be like, wow, it syncs up perfectly.
But yeah, there were a ridiculous amount of changes for this. One thing we wish we could have done, but there's just some shit we just couldn't do based on time, was just having the hacker just do, like, for the line he says, let's make this interesting, just having him do stuff like that throughout this fight would have been pretty fun.
I feel bad. I feel like Jessica kind of got shafted. I really wish
she did.
But this whole
the voice actress.
Yeah, the voice
ahead,
actress wasn't available at the time, and then like this
Yeah,
whole
she's
last
going
scene was a
through some
nightmare.
stuff.
I do think it's also implied, like, while the cool stuff's going on, Dante and Jessica are fighting
Yeah.
off screen with
The
him,
grenade's
so
supposed to be a
you
bomb.
don't see it, but they are technically fighting the whole time.
Yes.
And this is
that
straight out
indeed
of
implied.
Infinity War right here with the reverse explosion.
What?
What do you mean what?
No. We'll fix it in post.
He trapped John, and he's even beating Dante and Jessica.
Well, fuck. If they can't kill him, what can we do?
Yep, and then this was my idea to have
I can do something.
This was actually not in the original script, but it was in my head the whole time. I knew I knew this was gonna happen since the beginning.
That makes, like, no sense.
But my writing process was write the first, like, what, 30, 45 minutes. Like, me and Razaz will do the action scene, and then I have the ending done.
If it means you don't outdo me, I'm willing to take
That
that.
a fucking rock comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, we didn't. I feel like that could have been done better, but what are you gonna do? The idea is that it happens while the hacker is
It came from
fighting
a
Dante and
piece of
Jessica.
debris came from Dante and Jessica's fight and hit him.
Yeah, I wanted to have sound effects playing through that, but I was just like, no, that sounds like work. And then all these shots are matched with Goku turning Super Saiyan for the first time, and that's Super Saiyan 3 music. And then we had the Forge Ball in green. We had Lego Troop.
Yeah, that's all Legos work. I couldn't do it in Sony Vegas because it couldn't handle it.
I could do it in DaVinci, and I had it for a second, but then I lost it, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Oh, that was also another improvised thing. It was like Frank was supposed to do something else. This was also
With a Warthog.
improvised.
It was.
The tank.
We were really close to just having Frank do nothing because we just couldn't think of anything for him to do.
Yeah, and then I brought it back, like, what if we went back to the episode where he had a bunch of rec cards?
Honestly, if I didn't hate you so much, I would have.
Yep, fight scenes and shit. Everything should always be true to a character. That's always a character's always number one.
Dude, this boo music, oh, it's so good. It works so well.
Yeah, getting those footsteps right was a big thing for me.
Originally, this was supposed to be. We had two ideas. One where he hit him with the car, or like he was on a car and in like a race car track, jumping from one track, going through portals. It was stupid and complicated.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was an idea. We didn't have anything else.
Oh no, whatever will I do?
And then it's just the whole time he knows exactly, like he just summoned a fucking one of a kind wreck, and he's just like, what's oh no, what's this? Oh, this is Super Boom music. A lot of anime shit.
Yeah.
In this.
Oh fuck, shit, ass, bitch,
Razzle filmed that. That worked perfectly. And then this is my little bit of Frank getting hit by something from the Scarab.
Where'd you get a scarab? Harold turned into a forge ball and spawned it for me.
This is true.
This came out really good.
It
For
did.
being, like,
This
green-screened
all worked. It all flowed so well too.
I am so proud of this. This came out so good. Originally, this was supposed to be a fucking Jenga tower falling.
Originally it was supposed to be a ship, and then you wanted to be a Jenga tower, and then you finally opened your eyes and came back to it should be a ship.
God, it's so good. The sound effects and everything. I wish there was music.
No, I think it works better without music. I don't think there's music needed for something like that. I think sound effects sell that. Because that's how he hears it.
I think the music doesn't need to be in that scene in particular. I think it works pretty well without it.
And then this is another Dragon Ball Z reference of them.
They
literally wait.
I laughed my ass off when I saw this first thing. The timing's perfect.
So did it work?
You stole this song from DBZ Abridged.
I stole that sound effect from TBC. I stole just both of those things.
Goddamn questions about what what just happened there, but first.
Deactivating the forge ball, that was originally, that sound effect worked out well. That was an improv by Ethan.
Was.
The music makes this so good.
Oh, no, that wasn't. That was that, did I have you say that? That was Razzle Dazzle's idea.
Kept bringing up the teacher and student thing, and I was improving in my lines earlier of Frank being upset that Harold would assume that. So I'm pretty sure it's improv. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
I think you were there when we were talking about it, because I know Razzle Dazzle said something about he should say no, I really can't remember. I feel like that was improv, but I also feel like we talked about it. Oh, and then this Man of Steel music fits so perfectly here.
It's like it's such a dramatic moment for no reason.
That's everything with John, though.
I like this. It's like a callback to Halo 3 when you do this with the teleporters.
I'm just looking at the live chat. It just one says, he's Jesus. This came together amazingly.
Oh my god. Never mind. I'm more proud of that.
Where did that come from?
We couldn't get this exactly how it should have been, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, it was a little hard. Because he couldn't die. We couldn't have him die and get up because we'd done that before. And also, he turned death off. So it's like, when he gets killed by the Promethean gun, it's like he just kind of hacks the game and reverses it. In this, he literally fucks with his custom games. Oh, wait, there's shots of Noob every time. You see Noob slowly coming back in the shot. There's him behind the tree when Frank's talking.
I see.
I don't know if anyone else noticed that. I didn't see any comments about that, yeah. And then that's him crouching in, yeah. And then I had a shot of him standing up, but then I just cut it because I like the simplicity of he's just there. Yeah, and then he's just there. She's just there. And then I'm seeing a lot of comments thinking that was an RV Beef season 13 or in season 15 callback. I have no idea how it's that. But yeah, no, it wasn't. Very rarely do I write a red versus blue Easter egg because people in the comments have just ruined that for me.
The ship kind of reminds me of the season 13 bit.
It does, but I was thinking Avengers when I had it.
I love how abrupt that is. That was great.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of different things where you're like, okay, it's basically the Avengers thing where you think this is how it's gonna end. It's set up to be like Thor killing Thanos, and it's just you think the Bubblies are gonna use this thing or this thing, but then it's none of those things. It's the thing from I love it. And Noob always has to die in the season finale because why not? Because she even dies in the fake one.
Nobody else reacts.
Honestly, we still don't know why that kid is here. Finally wrap this annoying.
And then here it is. I didn't like these sound effects until I added "You Say Run" to this moment. It didn't feel like the song makes this work for me.
I don't know. Did I recommend the "You Say Run" or because I was calling?
No,
I was calling it the United States of Smash before you picked the song.
No, in my head, and in fact, I was scared you wouldn't like it because in my head I was just like, this needs something to work, and that was the thing I thought.
It came out great.
Originally, I had 343 look at Harold and activate him, but I couldn't get that to work with the shots, so I just had him get up.
How did you find us? I got that prick.
But Unishek did that. Oh, and then we brought back Unishek.
I like that he's just the god of Halo.
He's the community man. 343 has all the power.
It's like their fucking game. Of course they would. I like it. I like it a lot. Came out great.
Why else would we do those things we did?
No, we had no idea this would happen.
Damn it, John.
Yeah, and this was Razzle Dazzle's ending because we couldn't find a way to beat him. We were like, I don't know how they could possibly beat him, so it was just like we had to make it feel like they did their best to do it. Because I think Ethan, your thing was you didn't want them to. You thought it would be anticlimactic or it would feel weird if they didn't get the end. But I guess giving them all their own moment of trying and then having this guy come in and saving the day, I just feel like it really worked.
I liked it the way it came out. I didn't love it when it was wrote, but I like the way it came out.
And then fucking Laughing Block going for the Oscar.
Dude.
Well, both of these guys.
Oh, yeah, Unishek or Brian Hubbard.
Both of these guys just over the top is just very silly to me. Like this dialogue with them being over the top is very funny to me. I don't know. It's really well acted for something that's as stupid as what's going on right now.
That scream, I could hear, like, because me and Isaiah were working nonstop on this, and then through his mic, I just hear, like, someone screaming. It's like, nah! And I'm like, what the fuck was that? It's like, that's laughing block.
Originally, this was the joke originally. Then I was like, oh, I guess I should mention the Machinima series that are popular and active. But then the joke wasn't funny, so I changed it back to that, and that worked. That made it work, obviously, better. And then this is my ending, because in Razzle Dazzle was like, it's cheesy, and I was like, good. I don't remember exactly what I said, but
makes it like less cheesy because it's nice.
The first season was cheesy too.
Yeah, I like cheesy.
And then there's this amazing credit scene by Lego.
Cheesy within reason.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah, this is pretty amazing.
That kid's going somewhere, dude.
I hope he does. This is like, I couldn't do shit like this in fucking high school.
I'll be able to soon.
God, it's just, there's prop hunt, there's just, and then there's this little moment with Frank in the high school.
John's grenade.
I also heard him say that.
Because I don't.
Yeah, I also heard him say that and thought, is John going to high school?
John doesn't dislike Frank though.
No, John does not. It was
John
just
is completely unaware.
I meant like
John likes everybody.
It blows up Frank.
Yeah, he does. That's John's grenade.
So, I'm not sure if you've noticed this.
And then God, fuck theater mode. I was trying to record this. I had like 5 shots, so you'll notice they're the same 5 shots because I couldn't finish recording it and I wanted this episode done so bad.
We don't care, Frank.
Yeah, and we're gonna have some fun with Frank next season. Changing it up.
You're gonna care when I seduce the shit out of you. Besides, I'm not having any luck.
Yeah, we got a good 53 minutes of pure content. We stretch it out a little bit with my outro and the credits, but yeah. And that's Halo Butt Buddy Season 2. Lego also did these credits because I didn't want to.
Where's the bit where he animates the hacker? That came up really. I don't even know how he did that.
I also don't know how he does that, but I mean, it's when the hacker's name shows up, probably.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is. Fucking yeah, I would have had him at. I wanted to order it by when they appear in the season because I thought that was more fitting.
Is that how it's ordered?
Yeah, because I didn't know.
Yeah. I compiled the list. I don't know if they changed it. So I just went episode by episode and put it all in, and then except for Dark Knight, I didn't touch Dark Knight.
I like
it wasn't out yet.
I really like it's like an old scoreboard
arcade.
Yeah, arcade.
Yeah, because the video game.
It's so.
Oh, back to that clip. Oh, go ahead,
No, by all means.
Oh, back to that clip. I was like, he was looking for moments that I guess didn't have Frank in them, and I said use a clip from Slut Buddies. And he used the one clip from Slut Buddies with the men in it. Like, I was just like, how is that possible? But it's fine. I mean, it would have been cool.
I can respawn, Frank. Yeah. Why would you do that?
So that's it. We're done.
So you threw
Hey, we did it.
Support me on Patreon and watch this a billion times. This full season thing will be, this Darkest Commentary will be like 2 hours something total. No, shit, man. It's going to be like 3 hours.
3.
Yeah, fuck. So if you made it to this, Jesus Christ.
What the fuck is wrong with your life?
Yeah, you have free time, man.
Oh, God.
Yeah, fuck you.
I mean, yeah, they already made it this far. They're
committed.
They're masochists.
Another one of Laughing Block's amazing performances.
Oh, my God.
I think that was the take that made me
the
cast
best.
him for that role. Was I heard that and I was like, all right, you got it. Because I had like 3 or 4 auditions for that character.
He's great as the hacker, but I mean,
you can't
Ozymandias is otherworldly.
Fucking goddamn it, dude. Came out
right,
so good.
That's it. That's it. Isaiah, Razzle, and Ethan out.
See ya.
I'm not leaving.
You are though.
Aw.
And bye.